Talk to it.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Classic.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Classic.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance, standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I give you, boy, I'm made different. I work too hard, ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with me. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in prison. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. And the way I level up, I make them spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make-a-wishing me. I got these hoes in a frenzy. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline. It take more than booty cheeks. Need a little more conversation, cause I still be trying to see. I be listening with my eyes. Yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused.
Let's get focused. Yeah, it's Classic with the classic codes, and I got another great live show for y'all. I hope y'all feeling good, man. Let's go.
Classic.
Yeah, well, today we're going to be starting off with our sports segment. Then we're going to go straight into the reaction video, the code language conversation, the question of the day, and our TikTok reaction as usual. We got another great show, another great lineup of things to talk about, and we got heavy codes that we got to crack.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
Yes, Lord. But before we get all the way into it, y'all know what y'all got to do. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. Hit the notifications if it's your first time here, no matter where you tapping in from. Right now, we are streaming live from the Classic Codes on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. So right now, the Classic Codes is streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. So wherever you tapped in from, I sure do appreciate you, as always.
Classic.
We are also streaming right now at Classic Codes Sports on YouTube. Because we starting off with our sports segment, we got to give that to my people on the sports side. If you haven't already, make sure you slide over to Classic Codes Sports and hit the follow button over there as well. That is separate from this channel, separate vlog, separate coverage. Let's get it. So today in the sports world, we actually starting off with something major, man. We actually going to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis. Big news. It's the Classic Code Sports. Let's go.
There you go. Talk to it.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold.
Ooh, what do we have here? Yeah. Gervonta Davis. Breaking news. Tank Davis is set to fight against Jake Paul. Now, due to some further digging on my end, right? This source is very credible, chat. This is Ring Magazine. Ring Magazine put this out on their Instagram, put this out on their Twitter, saying that Tank Davis is set to fight Jake Paul. Now, due to some further digging, it looks like the date might be off by a day. Seems as though it may be November 14th, which I believe is a Friday, instead of the 15th. Now, is this fight signed for sure? Has Tank Davis's team confirmed it? I haven't seen that just yet. But Ring Magazine is a very credible source because they have reason not to just be spewing rhetoric if they want to keep their word clean in the sport amongst the fans. Ring Magazine is now owned by Turki Al-Sheikh, the person who heads Riyadh season as far as the sports side of things and putting all these fights together that y'all want to see. Ring Magazine is now owned by Turki Al-Sheikh. So they're not just going to put some BS up on all their social media platforms unless they know. right? What do y'all think about this, chat? What y'all think about Gervonta Tank Davis choosing to fight against Jake Paul instead of fighting somebody that we want to see him fight? What y'all think about this, chat? Y'all could be honest. Y'all could be honest. I'm going to say this. We covered Tank, I think, last week. And so I'm going to do a brief reaction to my own content in order to let y'all know just how little I know about boxing, right? Because I don't know shit about boxing, right? So Jake Paul, it says here, breaking. Jake Paul will face Gervonta Tank Davis on November 15th at State Farm Arena in Atlanta in an exhibition live on Netflix. Sources confirmed to Mike Coppinger. Mike Coppinger is one of the few sources that, for the most part, right? None of these sources are perfect, but for the most part, he's not really putting his name on too much BS in the game. Mike and I have had a little brief back and forth on Twitter, as I'm sure he's had some back and forth with many people on Twitter in regards to the sport of boxing. Me and Dan Rayfield as well. So, you know, anybody can get it, chat, because I don't know nothing about boxing. But it says talks for Paul to face Anthony Joshua collapsed over network issues. Paul's last fight took place at 200 pounds, while Davis is a champion at 135 pounds. Let's talk about it, chat. Davis is a champion at 135 pounds. Cortez said, bad fight, but good money fight. I got mixed feelings about the fact that that's true. He said, bad fight, but good money fight. I got mixed feelings about the fact that that's true. I really do. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. But he says he outweighs Tank by 70 pounds. Shit, that's on a good day. Uncle Plug said 333. Shout out Uncle Plug. Yes, Lord. That's on a good day. Uncle Plug said this is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna take a few minutes and really go over this, right? So I want to pull something up for y'all. All right, check this out. This is a YouTube video. I was on live stream with y'all. This was like last week, I believe. Uncle Plug said they have weight classes for a reason. For real. And they feel like Tank's skills will outweigh the size gap. And then on top of that, I'm sure these guys are going to make some type of gentleman's agreement to just simply rob the public. I don't think they're going to go in there and try to hurt each other at all. I don't. I think it's going to be touch and go, some light sparring. You know, they may agree to throw a couple heavy shots here and there to make it look good for the people. But shit like this is just WWE, chat. Am I lying?
Classic.
Am I lying, chat? Cortez said his fight against Julio Dos left a lot to be desired. Well, again, they really didn't fight. Honestly, I think Jake is making gentlemen's agreements with these guys. Listen, it's WWE. It's entertainment. Jake does the training and stuff like that. He spars some real fighters. He be around real fighters. He got real credible people in his corner and shit like that. Like, I keep up with Jake and his boxing journey. Because I'm telling y'all, if he called me for it, I'm not agreeing to no gentleman shit. Now, let's get in there and scrap for real for the people. Thank you for the handsome payout. I know you're going to make quadruple whatever y'all offering me. And let's get active. No, go train for real because I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Like, I don't need to get in there and play patty cake with you for the fans and just go ahead and collect the check. Like, that's crazy. At the end of the day, we both grown men. We both training. We not training for nothing. Let's see what's to it. We getting millions for it. Whoever taking ass whooping, shit, you was paid handsomely for it. I know everybody done took 1 or 2 for free. No? He said Julio threw 5 punches or less per round. That's what I'm saying. They really didn't fight. But let's stay on Tank. Let's stay on Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. And let's really talk about this. I made a video and I covered. I said Tank Davis is clear of his court charges. Who does he fight next? This is a video I did a few days back. Let's check it out. Sport of boxing, with his career, with whatever his next move is, he is free and clear to move into that path. So we're discussing what are his potential routes that he could take. Well, here's the thing. If I know anything about Tank, if I know anything about Tank Davis, I do know that he gonna fight somebody that we don't want to see him fight most, right? Chat. I don't know shit about boxing.
Classic.
If I know anything, I said if I know, hold on. Y'all don't hear me, chat. Y'all don't hear me, chat. See, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that's gonna pass on his moment to say I told you so. Not in this space. In this space, I'm gonna tell you I told you so every time. Think about Tank. If I know anything about Tank Davis, I do know that he gonna fight somebody that we don't want to see him fight most, right? So whoever like the top 2 or 3 people you want to see Tank fight is not them, right? So let's get to like 4 or 5. I think 4 or 5 would be like would be the Roach rematch. I think that the Roach rematch is something that I don't know if Tank wants to even bother with. And it's also maybe one of those fights that he maybe didn't necessarily want. You know what I mean? In the first place, but it probably made business sense. Sometimes it make business sense and it don't make athletic sense, right? Like as an athlete, as the actual performer. What I just say? Sometimes it make business sense, but it doesn't make athletic sense. Cortez, what you just say? You said, what did you just say? You said it's wait, who said it's a good business fight? Let me find that comment. Yeah, he said bad fight, but good money fight. Yeah, see, sometimes the fight will make business sense, but it doesn't make athletic sense. At what point do either one of these guys look smart for getting in the ring that damn far apart in size? Jake Paul, 6 foot something, 220 pounds when he not in shape, and Tank walking around at $145 on his heaviest day. And they getting in there talking about, and y'all gonna buy it's not even pay-per-view. They're gonna make it available on Netflix. So then it becomes a why not watch it type thing. I'm gonna watch it. You put it on Netflix, you don't put it on pay-per-view. I don't gotta find a way to steal it, allegedly all for content creation purposes and entertainment. I don't gotta find a way to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna put it on Netflix, everybody's just gonna tap in just because. Oh shit, we got Netflix already. We might as well on some shit like that. But it's BS though. The thing when I see a Jake Paul card, the first thing I want to know is what's the undercards, because them gonna be the real fights. That's really why I'm gonna be watching. The main event is a spectacle. You know what I'm saying? I think Jake Paul only doesn't make the gentleman's agreement that I'm speaking about. I think he only doesn't make that agreement with people who he really feel like he got hands for. You feel me? But in regards to Tank, it's despicable because I called it, chat. I said, who does Tank fight next? Well, I don't know who he gonna fight next, but it won't be who the fans want to see him fight most. Uncle Plug said, height difference, weight difference is completely offset and inappropriate for the sport of boxing, and why he ain't fighting no white boys. Man, you got good questions. You got good questions and great points. Good questions and great points. I can't tell you. I really can't tell you. Cortez said that yesterday. Uncle Plug TV said that's the one I want to see, Stevenson or Roach. Cortez said bad fight but good for money. Uncle Plug said cruiserweight, get the fuck out of here. Nah, 200 that's heavy. He fight a heavyweight. 200 on the head. I think cruiser, what's that, 195? He might be cruise. I thought 200 and up was heavy. Cortez said they're fighting with names, not fists. It's a draw, but not a match. When you put it on Netflix, bro, you're going to get it's off rip. They ain't making us do nothing for it. Who don't got Netflix? Raise your hand. They ain't making us do nothing for it. You're going to put it on Netflix. I'm going to watch it. Why not? Might as well. And they're going to fight on a Friday. Allegedly, it's going to be on the 14th. They're going to put it on a Friday night for you. Niggas going to get off work. Man, shit, I'm watching that Tank fight tonight. Go, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, get right. Get whatever your little pleasantry is, whether it be a cigar, a glass of brandy, some wine, you know, a little of the medicinal, whatever that is. You're going to put that together and you're going to watch the fight. Why wouldn't you? I'm going to watch it. Even though it's BS, I'm still going to watch it because you're going to throw it on Netflix for me. They got the business model down. Drake, I ain't never told y'all Jake ain't doing no good business.
Classic.
But if we're going to have a conversation about the sport of boxing, that's different though. Let's see what else I said. Because I was very honest on this. And I don't have an issue with Tank, but I'm going to call a spade a spade. I ain't trying to be friends with these dudes. you know, this fight ain't getting you real turned up. You know what I mean? I think if you pay attention to Gervonta Tank Davis's energy, his body language, his enthusiasm, the way his charisma turns on and off, things like that, you can tell he was a lot lighter. Spiritually, he was a lot lighter and a lot more enthused about the sport of boxing in the build up to the Frank Martin fight. He was trolling, he was humorous, he was relaxed. He even fought like he was enthused, like he was happy to be back in the sport of boxing, like he was happy to be around the sport again. When Tank fought Frank Martin from round one, he was on top of his game plan. He was on top of his game plan from round one, and it worked like a charm. You understand? It was poetry in motion. From round one, he was on his game plan. He broke the man down systematically, and then he was able to get a stoppage victory. So, as far as his future, I don't know. Like, I'd be shocked based on the way Tank Davis's team and him, you know, sign off on fights and pick opponents is normally something that's marketable, but it isn't the fight that we're looking for. Come on, dog. I already called it. You know, we kept the foul.
Classic.
Called it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about? He said Tommy Fury lost steam. I mean, yeah, he fought Tommy Fury. He lost to Tommy Fury. But, you know, Tommy Fury, even though he's a low-level boxer, he's still a real boxer. And technically the only, like, real boxer that's of age that Jake fought. And that's his only L. So, you know, that's telling as well. But if we keep it on Tank, I mean, I can't help but to point out the pattern. Like, y'all as the public, the casual boxing fan, y'all been tricked. Y'all been tricked. I called it years ago when it wasn't popular. You know what I'm saying? I called it years ago when it wasn't popular. I said Tank pimping y'all. And at the time, shoot, us. I got to a point, I'm probably going to have to do some digging on my ex, but I had made a post. This probably was a couple years ago. And I was like, I'm not spending money to watch Tank fight ever again until he fights somebody that could beat him too. I tweeted that. I don't know how long ago it was, but I could probably dig back on my Twitter and find it. But yeah, I was like, yeah, if he fight on pay-per-view, I'm not spending no money to see it. I'll go somebody else's house, watch it. I'm not buying it at my crib. If I got to watch it at my crib, you know what we doing. Allegedly all for content creation purposes. Straight up. You're not finna get, gee, when he fought Leo Santa Cruz, did any of us want to see that? No. Did anybody ask for that? No. When he fought Hector Garcia, was anybody asking for that? No. We was begging for you to fight Devin Haney. We've been begging for you to fight Shakur. We was begging for you to fight Lomachenko. We was begging for you, like we've been begging for you to fight somebody. We would like to even see you. We'll take a Keyshawn Davis fight. He got something to prove. We'll take a Keyshawn Davis fight. A little early for Keyshawn, in my opinion, but he got something to prove, and he's a hell of a fighter. We'll take a Keyshawn Davis fight over this bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So I was right. You know, Tank got a pattern, man. He fight guys. Leo Santa Cruz, for example. He was a smaller man coming up in weight to try to beat Tank, right? So no wonder he slept him, right? Who else he fought? Ryan Garcia. Put him on a crazy weight drain. Knowing Ryan already blew up in weight, put him on a crazy weight drain. Ryan's fault for agreeing to it, but then put him on a rehydration clause. So he had to keep his weight down all the way up until the morning of the fight. Then you wonder how you stop a guy with a body shot. I'm just giving y'all the details. When he went up to 140. And fought Mario Barrios, LS Teca. Tank Davis went up to 140 pounds. Fought y'all see, I ain't looking up no information, but I don't know shit about boxing. He went up and fought Mario Barrios at 140 pounds. When he fought Mario Barrios at 140, Mario Barrios had already outgrown that division. Mario Barrios' fight against Tank was his last fight at 140 pounds. And I actually knew the fight before that Mario should have moved up. The big 140-pound guy. He stayed down too long. He stayed for the bag. They knew that. Tank fought him at 140, never went to 140 again. I'm just stating facts. I'm not hating on Tank. I'm stating facts. If the facts sound like hate, change your reality. If the facts sound like hate, change your reality. So, like I said, you know, you can always count on Tank to fight against absolutely nobody that you was asking for him to fight. This is no different. This is nothing more than some WWE shit. I mean, they might as well put this shit on WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else I said though. I love it when I be prophesying and shit. So do I think Tank, now that he's free and clear legally, do I think he's gonna go and sign that Shakur fight? No. No. It would be an outlier. It would be outside of what we would consider the norm to be for Tank Davis. Let's just talk about it. Did we ask for the Santa Cruz fight? What I just say. Come on, chat. I don't know nothing about boxing. He said Tank doesn't fight people who may beat him. Right, exactly. He said Stevenson, Haney, Crawford, he can't fight Bud. Bud been bigger than Tank the whole time. He wasn't gonna fight Bud. Shit, I'll take a Gary Russell Jr. fight right now. Give me a Gary Russell Jr. fight. I'll take it. I got Tank favored in that fight, but I'll take it, folks. And that ain't even nothing I'm looking for, but I'll take it though. Jake Paul, come on, bro. Jake Paul a whole foot taller than Tank. The face-off gonna look stupid. Tank gonna have to step on a stool in real life. What you say, Stevenson, Haney, Crawford, any of these guys, he won't fight them, and he for damn sure doesn't want to fight Canelo. He way too small. Tank 130, he fight at 135 pounds. Canelo fight at 168 pounds, Cortez. Hold on now. That's not even a real thing, bro. That's not a real thing. That don't happen in the sport. Not in history. That don't happen in the sport. For somebody to jump up, that's like five weight classes at that point. But yeah, that's the big news, man. Gervonta Tank Davis set to fight Jake Paul. Until we get official word from Tank's team, until we get official word from Jake Paul's team, which up until the point that I started the stream, I didn't see yet. But until we get that, don't mark my words on that. But a very credible source in Ring Magazine is the one that posted it. So it's my job to bring it to y'all attention and discuss it, even if it's just hypothetical. I think it's ridiculous. I think that Tank probably only wants to participate in boxing for a little bit longer. Checks like the one he about to get with Jake Paul are only going to make him more comfortable and closer to the exit. So on his way out, you know, just as a fan of the sport in general, I'd like to see him give us one or two fights on his jacket that we asked for. You know what I'm saying? People supported Tank this whole ride through his career, fighting a bunch of people that none of us asked to see him fight. We was cool with watching because it's like we want to see him fight regardless of who he fighting. But at some point, fam, like you got to serve your people. You going to catch a bag anyway. Here go the crazy thing about boxing. A lot of times the business is in the best fights. A lot of times the best business is in the best fights. But a lot of people try to go through the back door. I can catch the same bag and take less of a risk, so I'm gonna go play over here. And that's, you know, why did you even get into combat? You should have took ballet. You know what I'm saying? Not even Tank. All the dudes in boxing that's pussyfooting around each other. Why you even get into combat? You should have took up ballet.
Classic.
Fucking fairies, man. But yeah, man, that's all I got on the Tank Davis and Jake Paul news, man. That's the Classic Code Sports. Yeah.
Classic.
All right, chat. Let's move into the show. I got some interesting stuff today, man. It should be fun too, fun and interesting. So, I actually saw a video come across my algorithm from a lady who was on the Pop the Balloon show, and I remember her. She actually looks much better in this video than she did on the show. Not that she looked bad on the show, but she just looks better in this video, in my opinion. And she's saying the things that she wished she knew before going on Pop the Balloon. So we're going to listen to her retrospective take on her experience from behind the scenes at the Pop the Balloon show. I felt like this would be interesting. I didn't watch it at all. I just saw the intro, saw who it was, and I was like, I'm going to cover this for the chat. I think this would be pretty cool because Pop the Balloon did come up in the live stream last night. It came up briefly. And so we're going to have some fun with this. Chat is Wednesday, and I'm here to get y'all through the rest of y'all work shift, man. Let's do it. What we got in the chat? What are we talking about? Cortez said, I'm saying, hold on. I'll come back to that, Cortez. All right, let's do it. Let's see what she's talking about. Oh, and this is to give her love. This is Rebel Fits. That's her name on YouTube, Rebel Fits. So make sure y'all tap in with her. I just want to make sure I give her credit.
Good morning, friends. All right, so as you can see, I'm about to go do my workout, but I wanted to pop on real quick to do a quick video for y'all. And today we're going to be doing things I wish I knew before going on Pop the Balloon, or advice for those who are considering going on Pop the Balloon. And this is specifically in regards to Pop the Balloon with Arlette Amuli, and it films in the Phoenix, Arizona area, as you know if you watch the show. Okay, so I did take some notes just because I do not want to forget anything. Okay, so the first one is, I recommend, if you're able to, if you're flying in from out of town, stay the night of filming. Originally, I was planning to fly in the night before filming, stay the night, film, and then fly home immediately after filming so that I wouldn't have to pay for another night at the hotel. I ended up deciding, like, no, I'm gonna stay the night of filming. That way, one, I'm not gonna have to rush from filming to the airport. I wouldn't have to bring my suitcase to filming. And also, I would have an opportunity to go on a date with my match that night, assuming I got a match. So,
okay, that's practical. That's practical. Would you listen to her,
Classic.
chat? I think I would do that too. I've actually talked about filling out an application and sliding up there to see Arlette and them and going on Pop the Balloon. I've actually thought about doing it, but yeah, I would think that you would want to stay in Arizona for a few days if you can. Shit, I wouldn't just go out there and stay the night of filming. I'd probably stay, half the week or something. Why not? It's Arizona. Me personally, I haven't been to Arizona. I've been to Vegas a bunch of times, but never went to Arizona. But everybody I know that's been to Arizona say that it's super dope. So shit, I wouldn't go out there and dip my toe in the water. I'd kick it. If I don't make a match on the show, I definitely can make a match on the road. Hello.
So yeah, I'm really happy that I ended up staying because, as you know, people on the episode are really from all over the United States. So I knew that if I got a match, chances of him being from Austin or even from Texas were fairly slim. So yeah, if I was not able to go on a date that same night, in order to ever go on a date, like, someone would have had to travel, or both of us would have had to travel, which just, I think, brings down the chances of actually getting to go on the date. So that's my recommendation for y'all. Okay, this is tied into that, but of course, if you're gonna go on the show to find love, like, it's super important that you're very open to a long distance relationship because, as I mentioned, like, the people on the show are from all over the United States. So it's possible that you live in California and they live in New York, or a person you're interested in lives in New York. And yeah, on my episode 61, like, I don't know if any of the women lived in any of the same even states as the men. Yeah, at least not full time. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, next is, you cannot control what happens on the episode. Like, as if you saw the episode I was in, like, I had no idea that that hair comment would be made, or that it would draw the response it drew, and that it would turn into this viral thing. So, and all of that happening undoubtedly changed, like, my experience, one, on the show and post show. And yeah, so going on the show, just know that, like, you're not in control of what happens on the show. Even the way that the viewership portrays what you do or say, you might say one thing and mean it one way, but the world could see it in a completely different way. So yeah, just be aware that that could happen. Okay, then
That's interesting. What y'all think about that? Did y'all ever think about that when y'all watched the Pop the Balloon show? That, like, the way we're perceiving it is a little bit different from how it may look or feel in real time, in person? Because I always think about that, like standing there with the microphone, actually being there, and there's just a line of women, and like in real time, which seems like you can take your time, but it's kind of a pressurized situation. I could see why the people be like, it's so different when you're here. You know what I'm saying? Like, could y'all imagine yourselves on Pop the Balloon in either position, whether you're in the lineup or whether you're the single person there with the microphone? Like, could y'all picture yourselves in that situation? How do you think it would go for you? Talk to me, chat. How do y'all think it'd go for you if you was on Pop the Balloon? Do you feel like fellas, do y'all feel like if y'all were the one guy who walk out and get the microphone and the ladies lined up, do y'all feel like y'all would get any balloons popped instantly? What would you wear? A lot of people get popped for their choice of clothes. Like, what y'all think? I'm gonna see what else she got to say though. This is interesting though.
Leading on to that is like, be aware that there's a good chance that you're going to get a lot of attention after the show. I've mentioned that I've gotten somewhere between 300 to 600, maybe more, direct messages since the show has aired. I never thought I would have. Maybe I thought I would get 100 messages. Never did I think I would get 300 to 600 plus messages. To be honest, I can't keep track. There are so many. Yeah, and I never thought that I would be in a viral clip, and as I mentioned, the whole viral clip thing is what changed my whole experience. And leading on to that is I personally would recommend just not reading comments at all. Like, I know that I had seen some catch-up episodes where there were people who said that they did not read the comments that came out following their episode. I knew they said they didn't read them, but I had never heard someone say, don't read them, because there's always going to be the negative and the positive. And what I've realized from this whole thing is no matter what, like, what anyone has to say about you and your appearance on the show is based on their own past experiences. Like, everyone is just speaking from their own past experiences. So yeah, you can't control what someone thinks of you. And
yeah, I would take it a step further and just say, don't even go on a show like that if you don't have thick skin. If you're not the type of person that would do content creation, right? Like putting yourself out here every day to be assessed, judged, critiqued, overanalyzed, psychoanalyzed, all of this. If you're not that type of person, I wouldn't go on a show like that. Even if you are looking for love, I just wouldn't do it. It's not wise. You need to have thick skin. Like if you got that give a damn how you feel attitude, then yeah, you can, you know what I mean? You can do whatever you want. Reality TV, Pop the Balloon, OnlyFans, whatever. If you're not worried about how the next person feel, but if you know inside that it get to you, I just wouldn't even go, let alone try to go and then stay away from the comments. Like, nah. Soft Rain said, do it. Oh, you want me to pull up on Pop the Balloon? Cortez said, I remember her. Yeah, I remembered her too. She looked better in this video, don't she though, Cortez? And her workout clothes and stuff. I think she was one of the women. I wouldn't pop a balloon because of a person's outfit unless it's like raunchy. But like, I didn't like her dress. I wouldn't have popped the balloon because of it, but I didn't like her dress on the show. Like her and her little kickback workout clothes, she dope. Cortez said, marketing is always at play as well as moments that will go viral for sure. Soft Rain said, I think all the balloons will be popped for me because I'm not your average ideal size for most men. Doesn't bother me because I don't care, but it will happen. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You in the South. It could be other men from the South. Could be some men from Detroit. You know, they like they women with a little meat on their bones. It's men out here that like women with a little meat on their bones.
Classic.
See, it's been women like that on the show too, Soft Rain. And I appreciate your input on it. But it's been women like that on the show too who sold themselves short, thinking that they, weren't necessarily attractive or appealing to a guy. Popped their own balloon and found out, when Arlette asked, like, hey, is she your type? And he like, yeah, I like her. I think she look good. And she's sitting there like, oh, I didn't think you would like me. It's like, don't do that to yourself. Let the don't sell yourself short. He said, yeah, she said facts.
Classic.
Yeah. We see it. It happens. It happens, But let's see what else she's talking about. This is intriguing. This is good information. I don't know if y'all enjoying this, but shout out to everybody in the chat, 333, and hit the like button. Let's get it.
And I guess from my perspective, like reading negative things about yourself, it's just like super unhelpful and unconstructive. and reading positive comments, like, well, yes, I appreciate them. You know, just I think in general, hearing what a bunch of random people have to say about you is not the healthiest. Not the healthiest. Okay. The next one is don't get caught up in the drama following your episode. I made this mistake. Like at first with the whole hair thing, you know, I was just kind of neither here nor there. And then after reading all these comments and seeing all these different perspectives on it, then that started to like shift my mentality around it. And suddenly like I was feeling like, oh, I want to speak about this. I want to get in on this. I want to like have a view on it. I want, you know, people to hear my perspective. Yeah. And I just realized like, wait, now I'm basing my words off of what I heard from other strangers who were basing their words off their own perspective. So really in the end, y'all, I think always the answer is probably somewhere in the middle, you know? Like when there are two harsh sides, you know, it's like make love, not war. Here's a side over here, here's a side over there. The answer is probably right here. And yeah, that is something I've learned from this. Like, don't get caught up in the drama because there will be drama. You know, like part of the show is like these viral moments. And I think it's easy to get caught up in that. And then like that just started affecting my mental health. In general, after the episode aired, I did feel an effect on my mental health. Actually, even after just filming and before the episode aired, it also did have a bit of an effect on my mental health. It's just like a lot.
Hey, chat, am I glitching or is she fine? Is she fine? Am I glitching, chat? I ain't feel like that on the episode, but she hitting on something.
Classic.
Shit, am I tweaking? I'm sitting here looking like shit. She set up. Abdominals together. Arms got the Sanaa Lathan loving basketball cuts in them. Not too swole, not too, you know what I mean? Am I glitching, chat? I ain't trying to objectify the sister. I'm just saying she right there. I'm looking at her talk. I'm like, hold on, folks. She talking about her hair and shit. That shit is supernatural. I'm with all that now. Cortez says she looks much better here. Yeah. On the show, her hair was natural, but it was like flat at the top. And I think a lot of people was judging her in the comments because it was like flat at the top, like on some, but like puffy, like in the fro, like how she got it right now. I ain't necessarily care for it like flattened down like that either. Like let that shit rock. Let that shit out. Like right here. I'm with all that. But am I tweaking, chat? Hey, 333, if this is a good looking sister right here in this chat, man. I mean in this video. 333. Show this woman some love. She said her mental health was affected. Not over here. We think you beautiful, baby, over here at the Classic Code. Don't let these people play with your spirit, queen. Don't let them play with you.
It's a lot. The whole experience for me personally, and I do feel things deeply, I would say. But yeah, just be sure that you have the mental fortitude. Be sure that you can handle people telling you things about yourself that they're not into, because that will likely happen. So if you don't have a strong sense of self, if you're not confident in yourself, I would suggest working on that before going on the episode. I actually had a chat with myself before deciding that I wanted to go on. And that chat was like, okay, girl, like you going on, there's a very high chance that there are going to be men telling you things about yourself that they're not into, maybe even making rude comments to you. Like, is that something you can handle, or is that going to hurt your self-confidence? And I was like, nah, I'm good. After seeing the show, I was like, no, I can handle that. It'll be fine. So yeah, I personally like Phoenix in general. Do I have any recommendations for you? I mean, I didn't plan much. I know that a few people from my episode did hot air balloon rides. I guess you can do them like they're super early in the morning, like a sunrise hot air balloon. You may have to be there at like 5 a.m. So I know that's an option. I did not do that. I really didn't do all that much. I stayed right in downtown Phoenix, and I personally thought it just was not the city for me. Just like a business district, and there wasn't much going on. Maybe because it was so hot. That's another thing. Like, be aware it's hot. It's real hot over there. Drink a lot of water.
Hold on, before she get off into that, Soul said she a cool 6 or 7. Should I take it? That's an adjustable 6 though. That's what I call it. Listen, a 6 is a good looking woman. Adjustable 6 mean when she all the way in her full essence, the full glow is real, and she act right too. Got her head on straight. Know when to be quiet. Know how to talk to you. The whole setup when it's like that. That adjustable 6 be like an 8.5 when it's all said and done. She definitely on a scale that slide upward though. She shouldn't be letting these people play with her self-esteem.
Classic.
I'm gonna stand on that. Soul said definitely seemed to be wifey status. Yeah. Her hair seemed to be on straight.
Classic.
Yeah. We gotta get this woman her flowers. Don't get quiet like that, chat.
Bring a hat. Like, I wasn't out. Whenever I would go outside, I wouldn't be able to be out there for that too long. I would have to go back to my hotel and just like cool off. Oof, my voice. Yeah, I think. Oh, one other thing is, if you do get a match, there's a chance that you'll be asked to do a catch-up episode. I don't know if that's a requirement or not, but yeah, that's just one other thing to remember, that if you get a match, then you will likely go on a follow-up episode, which I'm sure you've seen the catch-up episodes where they have the matches. Either it looks like sometimes they're in person and sometimes they're virtual. So yes, everyone has been asking me, how did my date with Roman go? There will be a catch-up where you'll get to see that. Yeah, and then I mean, all in all, how was my experience? I would say it was a pretty good experience. I definitely don't regret it.
Yo, her body language is so crazy. Like, I don't even need to see the catch-up episode. I already got it figured out. We know how it went with Roman. It's over with. It's over with.
It took more of an emotional toll on me than I ever expected. But as I've mentioned, I do think that's because of being a part of
I see your question, Souls. I'm going to come to it. That's a good question.
the whole viral moment thing. That put, I think, way more of a spotlight on me than it would have if that viral moment didn't happen. I mean, I know that for a fact. So yeah, and even though like I was just the person who the comment was made about, you know, like in that viral clip, I hardly say anything. I just say fair enough. But even still, that was enough to get to get hate messages, which is really interesting. So yeah, I don't regret it. I definitely got quite a bit of followers on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube following the episode. The women on the episode were great. There were 8 women total, including myself. There's one who I like keep in touch with and who I chat with regularly. So that's been a really great benefit, or like a positive aspect of it as well. I know it's not pop the balloon and find friends, but it is.
Hey, chat, y'all know what I just heard, right? Y'all know what I just heard, right? Bingo.
Classic.
Hey, Souls of Thought, you know what I just heard, right? Pulling up the application.
Classic.
Bingo.
Cool that I went on Pop the Balloon and found a friend. Use ChatGPT to your advantage. Like, as a free form of therapy, I do use ChatGPT. So after like the episode aired and I just like needed someone to chat with in that exact moment, ChatGPT was helpful. It was definitely helpful for me. In regards to outfit, I used Nuuly, which is like a rental service. So you can pick like 6 items and yeah, just wear them, use them for a month. So that's what I did, so that I would have multiple options. That worked out well for me. Otherwise, all the women on the episode were basically wearing a dress. I think one woman was wearing a skirt and top, but it almost looked like a dress. And one woman was wearing jeans and a cute top. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think I've said that like 5 times, but now I'm for real. All right, y'all, time to go pump. So
hey, go get that workout in. It's working for you, baby, for sure, for sure. Man, shout out to Rebel Fits for giving us the replay, the behind the scenes, and the do and not to do, and the recommendations of everything involving the what I call the real Pop the Balloon with Arlette and BM. Souls of Thought did have an interesting question before we move on from this topic. He said, do you feel this is a self-reflection or was she humbled? I feel like it was both. I feel like there were some things that definitely humbled her. I think there's some things that enlightened her as well. She seems to be one of those people who are kind of gentle, been covered most of their life. And so she has a gentle essence about her. And she seems to have learned about some of the harshness out in the world through going viral. Also, too, another thing I want to add is a lot of times the negative comments that be under people's posts are bots. And y'all don't know, y'all be beefing with robots. Those are bots. It's actual fact that a lot of the people in comments, like a large percentage of comments on the internet in general, are bot generated. So don't be out here beefing with bots. It be bots saying stuff under my comments sometimes, and I respond, you a bot, and they never say anything else. Yeah, but that's if you got the glasses on.
Classic.
But yeah, I think it was a little bit of self-reflection, but I think she was humbled by, you know, getting all of those unsolicited opinions like that. I think there was some humbling done, but you got to know that you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anybody, any man that's attractive to every woman, or any woman that is attractive to every single man. You know what I'm saying? There's a man somewhere where, like, Rihanna not his type, legitimately. Now, some people may look him upside his head and be like, what? But no, for real, that ain't what he like. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. And he's entitled to that. But if you ask the majority of us, you know what I'm saying, we going to say shit, we going to say what we going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. So as the thought said, when something like this affects your mental means, you didn't know who you were before going on the show. Also, she had to mention followers. Fair. I mean, that's a fair assessment. I don't know that I all the way agree with it, because some people just don't know how cold the world can be. We don't know if she, we missing context. We don't know if she's from a sheltered background. We don't know if she's from a small town. We just don't know. It's certain things that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? I have met adults that, women and men, that are just naive to a certain point about some of the cruelties that the world can consist of. And it seemed like, to me, she got a cold dose of reality. But we'll never know if either one of us is, all the way right, unless we able to get a hold of her. Maybe we should reach out to her. Yeah, we should reach out to her, souls. Get a follow-up. But yeah, that's a great question. Great assessment, too. For sure. Chat 333, the best in the business.
Classic.
For sure. But yeah, that's the reaction video for today on the behind the scenes on Pop the Balloon with Rebel Fitz. Make sure y'all tap in with her on her YouTube or her TikTok, whatever your platform is. All right, so we're going into a TikTok reaction video, and that's going to carry us into the question of the day. So let me get that pulled up for y'all. 333, if y'all still with me, chat. Hope I'm helping y'all get through y'all Wednesday. I thought that video was interesting and intriguing. Some of the tidbits and some of the behind the scenes information. That was my first time watching it all the way through with y'all, but hopefully I didn't bore y'all. All right, here we go. All right, so this video is actually called Girl Math. So this is a clip on TikTok with DDG, and he's going to be breaking down girl math. We're going to talk a little bit about this, and then we're going to go into the question of the day. I see them threes. I see them threes. Yes, Lord.
Classic.
All right, chat. Let's roll.
Girl math. If I made you mad and you act mad, then I'm gonna be mad. But if I make you mad and you sweep it off, it's cool. And if I made you mad, you better act like you're not mad. Otherwise, I'm gonna get mad. And then I'm gonna flip it. And then you gonna have to come get me. That's girl math.
Yeah, I'm not on that. That's manipulation.
It's girl math. If I made you mad and you act mad, then I'm gonna be mad. But if I make you mad and you sweep it off, it's cool. And if I made you mad, you better act like you're not mad. Otherwise, I'm gonna get mad. And then I'm gonna flip it. And then you gonna have to come get me. That's girl math.
Yeah, I'm not on that. That's manipulation.
It's girl math. If I made you mad and you act mad, then I'm gonna be mad. But if I make you mad and you sweep it off, it's cool. And if I made you mad, you better act like you're not mad. Otherwise, I'm gonna get mad. And then I'm gonna flip it. And then you gonna have to come get me. That's girl math.
Yeah, I'm not on that.
Okay. Did y'all get that, chat? The girl math. Essentially, it's manipulation. He's explaining what we like to call a no-win situation, right? If she make you mad and you get mad, then she mad at you. If you make her mad, then she mad. But no matter what, you in the wrong. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about DDG's take on that? Because those aren't my words, they're his. But talk to me, chat. What y'all think about that? Is that woman's math? We know he's describing manipulation. But does anybody want to dispute whether or not there's any truth to that? Where my dog Cortez at? He quiet today. I think there's some relevance to it. Like I always tell y'all, I'm fairly consistent in this regard. I think manipulation is the second greatest skill, or the second greatest thing that God made women for. Essentially, I believe that it's the first thing, obviously, is being able to bear children, right? That's their greatest gift. And then the second thing that they're most naturally gifted at is manipulation. That's why we have, that's why Jezebel was who she was. That's why Eve was who she was. That's why, you know what I mean? Cortez said, I'm here. What you think about that? The girl math. And this not me saying anything negative, because manipulation has a negative connotation associated with it. But manipulation can indeed be used for good. You don't have to always manipulate somebody in the way of like finessing. You know what I mean? Oftentimes, though, because people with the gift of manipulation use it for bad, oftentimes manipulation in general gets a negative connotation, which I believe is a little unfair. Souls of Thought said that's why their emotions being managed is last. He done brought it full circle. Come on, Souls.
Classic.
That's fair, though. That's fair. The ladies done got quiet, though. I want to know if there's any truth to this. I'm going to run it one more time just so y'all can hear the math, because it could be a little confusing.
If I made you mad and you act mad, then I'm going to be mad. But if I make you mad and you sweep it off, it's cool. And if I made you mad, you better act like you're not mad. Otherwise, I'm going to get mad. And then I'm going to flip it. And then you going to have to come get me. That's girl math.
Yeah, I'm not on that.
Yeah. So I'm with you. Souls. Souls said that's exactly why tending to a woman's emotions should be last on a man's list of priorities. I can't argue with you, bro. I'm not even trying to be on that with the ladies. You know how I feel about them. I ain't trying to be on that with the ladies, but I can't argue with a good point. Cortez said the emotions are a huge part of girl math. Why you say that, Cortez? Why you say that? Why are the emotions a huge part of girl math? Cortez want me to drop that link. See, I like Cortez, man, because he be on the pull-up. He pull up shawty. Drop the link. I'll tell you. But nah, why you say that? You said emotions are a huge part of girl math. Why? You saying the emotions are what drive them to be manipulative? Men could be manipulative too now. We just not as naturally gifted at it as women are. They have certain resources that they can use to their advantage against our weak flesh. He said, yes, I'm in the studio. Oh, you've been waiting. He's been waiting. He's been patiently waiting for a track to explode. What I got left after this, Cortez? Hold on. Let me see if I want you for this segment or for the question of the day. This is going to lead over into the question of the day, so I'll bring you up for that. But in conclusion, in regards to the girl math that DDG discussed, I'm going to say that I think we can safely say that that's fair. Now, when you start talking about a particular type of woman, the wife type, or just a very mature woman, maybe there should be a little bit less of that. Because, I know when I was in my early 20s, I was messing with a little cougar. And she was real direct with it. It wasn't no girl math or none of that. She just tell you what it was, how she was feeling about it, and you was gonna do what you was gonna do with the information that was provided to you, and that's just what it was. She was real direct. It wasn't really, no guessing games. There wasn't no manipulation. It wasn't no cat and mouse. None of that silly shit. I think that's kind of like some young shit, or just I can't even put an age on it no more, because in America, we encourage everybody to grow up slow as hell. So I can't say it's some young shit, but I definitely think it's for a person that's underdeveloped, or maybe they still dating around unintentionally if they moving like that. So I'm going to spill into the question of the day. Let me drop the link for Cortez to join me. I'm going to spill into the question of the day off of this. Here you go, Cortez. Shout out to the chat, man. Soft Rain said, right, because I'm sitting here confused. Why are you confused, Soft Rain? Soft Rain, don't do that. Don't cap. That link for you too. Don't cap now. Don't act like you ain't never manipulated a man in your life. Soft Rain be in the she be in the chat perfect, don't
Classic.
she? Let me stop trolling. I'm gonna leave you. Listen, one of these days we're gonna give you a day off. I feel like it's either me or Souls. I'm gonna give you the day off today. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna let you rock in the comments. But Souls is a fool. There go Cortez right there. Let's talk about it. All right, let's wrap up on DDG talking about girl math. All right, so question of the day. Here we go. Here we go. What up, dog?
What's happening, man? I'm turning off your let me put the mute on it real quick. I'm in
For
the
sure.
chat.
No, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
It was doubling up on me, you feel me?
No, yeah, that feedback crazy. Yeah, we don't want that. We want to give the people a good stream.
All right, yeah, man. Here.
You here? Check.
That's crazy.
My boy, everybody dropped the threes in the chat for Cortez pulling up on the pull up. Soft Rain said, I appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna give you the day off today. I ain't gonna get on you today.
Soft Rain had enough last night, huh?
No, hey, listen, she didn't get the brunt of it. It was me and the feminist, me and Kia, and I appreciate her so much. That was refreshing conversation. I know they told me after, they said you seemed like you was getting tense, but I like conversations like that.
I had time last night. Yeah,
I seen you was on that. They dropping the threes for you, Ted.
You cannot. Number one, you cannot come into any situation with just your opinion and then think that because you picked what you wanted for your opinion, that was going to slide with people who fact check stuff. On top of it, we talk about this every day off stream. We get the real numbers. You know what I'm saying? You can't don't come in here with that. No, not on this show.
I'm gonna let y'all have that out one day at a different time, man. I'm gonna let y'all have that out.
Let me add it.
No. She with the content game and all of that. I like how she respectfully disagreed and all that. So it was dope.
She's a cool person. I just gotta go at her.
No, for sure. Y'all, hey, listen, that's what we here for. And it makes for great content. But let's get into this question of the day. Have black men, I'm talking particularly about us now, have not us, you and I, but black men, have black men traded leadership in for check-ins? Have we traded our leadership for check-ins? Metaphorically speaking, obviously. Do you get what I mean by that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you think? I'm gonna get your take first.
No.
Okay. Talk to me.
I see what people doing on social media. That's got nothing to do with me and my family. That's got nothing to do with me and the majority of my friends' families. And when I say friends, sorry to my white tea people. I'm talking about just black families. You know what I'm saying? And by black family, I mean the historical definition. Black father at the head of the household, because everybody knows that a black father makes it a black family. That's just how it works. Don't argue with me on this. It is what it is, y'all.
Who you talking about? Me?
All the bots in the comment section, they'd be like, "Nah, families being mixed and da da da."
I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna push back in a second. Go ahead, do your thing.
Look, don't get mad, and I'm gonna say this once and for all. People push down the one drop rule for all of those generations. Don't try to backtrack now just because we get traction. No, don't try to backtrack now. One drop, you black. Call it what it is. You can have respect for your heritage or whatever, wherever your other side came from, but you got a black daddy, you black. That's just how it works. All right, on to the next thing. No, black men haven't traded in leadership. If anything, we're trying to gain more of it. It's the weaklings, that certain movements have created that have traded in leadership for check-ins. But look, this is what I mean by weak. I didn't get to say this last night because it was all women, you know what I'm saying? And I was typing way too much. My thumb started getting a little sore. You know what I'm saying? So I really gotta go and say it. If you think that just because you have a movement that you are going to weaken the rest of us, you're sorely mistaken. Sorely mistaken. You want weakness, but you want to claim that you want strength. But what you want is weakness. You don't get everything that has to deal with anything masculine is literally a double-edged sword. That's why we preach and teach control your emotions, because it's a double-edged sword. If you're strong, you can hurt somebody. But if you're strong, you can hurt somebody. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no real double speak there. It's a double-sided sword. You got to have control of your emotions. If you don't have any control of your emotions, then you're not going to be able to. So if you don't want to lead anymore, okay, cool. But here's the thing that comes with that. You want a chick tell me, I want to lead the family. Okay, then do not complain when you do not get that chivalrous treatment that you think you deserve, that, you know, the songs tell you and that TikTok told you that you should be getting. Don't think that.
What are we leading?
We should be leading our families.
What are we leading?
First and foremost, I lead my family. You know,
you. But we talking about black. We talking about black men in general. What are we leading? What do we lead? Most of the first off, because the details matter. If you want to share, you can. But is your woman a sister?
No.
Okay, so no. So you're not going home to a black woman or dealing with a black woman.
I tried.
Oh, no. I'm saying, but currently you are not.
No.
Okay, so you saying that you a leader means nothing to this particular conversation because you're not leading a black woman.
I dated black women.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about that. Because that didn't work. You're in a relationship with a non-black woman. Okay. Yeah. Your last serious relationship with a black woman, were you the leader?
Yes.
You were. Okay. So
yes.
So how come it didn't work?
Hey, I wish I could tell you, man.
No, you were the leader. The coach can surely tell me why we lost the game.
I mean, sometimes people take bad shots. You know what I'm saying? You take a bad shot, you get it in you that you get too much. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you give somebody everything, I learned my lesson. You can't give somebody everything, man. They're not going to appreciate it later on.
Come on, chat. Don't let this slide, chat. Call it how y'all hear this, chat.
It's the truth. You can't give somebody everything, man. You got to learn from mistakes.
Come on, Perry. Call. Thank you, P. P laugh. Come on, P. Call it how you hear it, chat. Come on now. Ted. Yes, you wasn't leading that black woman, Ted. Was she around your age?
No.
She was younger?
Mm-hmm.
Significantly?
6 years.
And how long ago?
A couple years back.
Okay, so she might have been in her 20s still?
She was in her 20s still, yeah.
You might have had a shot. Was her career situated?
No, that's really what caused it.
Okay, that's what caused it. Why, and that's why we need the details.
Yeah.
That's why you were able to do a little bit of leading, just a touch of leading.
Well, I'll tell you straight up, like, you know, to be more specific, because, you know, people need to know these things. I wasn't moving where she needed to move to do what she wanted to do, and I'm still not moving over there. You know what I'm saying? We still cool, but I'm not moving over there.
When you was dating a sister, did you used to check in?
No.
You never checked in?
I don't check in general.
That's why I don't work.
Yeah.
Did you? No.
What do you? Wait, will you define this real quick? Define this.
You know what a check-in is? You
mean like, you know, call, hey baby, what's going on? I'm going to work, that type of thing. Or
just any check-in, any type of check-in. Aside from the check-ins that make perfect sense for all human beings, right? If you don't live with your girl and you leaving from her crib late at night and she say, "Let me know when you make it home." Obviously,
no.
We not counting. I'm just saying,
yeah.
we not counting that, right? But aside from that,
when she get off work, what's she doing? That type of thing. Like
any check-ins, bro. I
did that. I did that.
I know you did. I know you fucking did.
I did that.
I
did that.
Come on, man.
I did that.
Yeah. No, yeah.
That's why I wanted you to define it. I'm like, I did that.
No, let's really talk about this. I did that. Have in the chat that went cold. Yeah, look at P. P dying laughing.
I did that.
Yeah. I know you fucking right. I know you did.
I did that.
She was American, right? She was American black, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then you fucking right. You checked in.
Yeah, she was raised here.
You fucking right. She checked in.
Yeah, I was doing that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. That leadership shit over with, Tez. I completely disagree with you. I don't think you've led a black woman in America. I don't think I've led a black woman in America. And I just don't. Nigga, it's a collaboration. That shit over with. It's over. It's a wrap. Ain't no, all that shit they saying. I've been doing sociology content on this bitch for 2,000 hours. I got 600 videos up, bro. And you can't tell me shit, bro. Ain't no that the black man being the leader of the household with a black woman in it. That shit over.
Not with a black woman in it.
That's what I'm
actually. I will say this. I do know a few.
You know a few from your eye view, from your bird's eye view. You know a few from
not the personal view. But from my viewpoint, it looks legit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
from my viewpoint.
Listen, it ain't a black man with a black woman at the crib that's making no executive decisions. Niggas will listen. Niggas will be at the deal if him and his woman got a car. I'm giving y'all the real. Y'all push back in the chat. Let's beef about it. If him and her both got a car, and they both got a house, or they got one house and they both got a car, right? If he go to get a new car, bet your ass at a 90%, 85 to 90% clip, he gonna call her to confirm which whip he finna buy his fucking self before he buy it.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. It ain't got nothing to do about no money or nothing. You already knew what he was going up there to look at. It ain't got nothing to do. No, I'm looking at the blue one, babe. But they got a white one up here too, babe. Niggas ain't making no decisions alone no more.
Nah.
That shit over. It's over, champ.
Yeah.
Perry said truth. Thank you.
Yeah.
This shit over.
Classic.
Not a soul. None of us.
None of us came over.
None of us.
Lisa said, "What does leadership look like for the black man in the household?" Good question.
Classic.
What does it look like, Cortez? You failed at it. What does it look like?
Shoot. I mean, since we clarified, I failed 100%. What are you talking about? Since we clarified, all right.
What would it look like?
Ideally, it would look like my grandparents' relationship. My grandparents, like, I know I didn't get to say this yesterday on the Women's Minute. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to say that on the women's panel. But on my mother's side, not my dad's side, it's a different story. But on my mother's side, my grandparents didn't work. My great grandparents, like the grandma and the great grandma, neither one of them ever worked. Like my grandma worked a month at Sears in downtown. You know what I'm saying? When it was over there before it was a Sears Tower. You know, she worked at the old Sears building for a month, and my grandfather said, "You ain't got to do that." But my grandfather had means. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the cowboy blues singer. You know what I'm saying? Him. He had means. My great grandfather, he worked for Chicago Steel. He had means too. So my grandmother didn't need to work. Neither one of them did. But that wasn't the same story with my mom and my dad. Matter of fact, my dad did have money, and my mom wanted to work anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, ideally, and I'm just nobody come to me.
Don't
ideally,
don't tiptoe now.
I'm gonna say it for real. I'm saying it. I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna not say it. Ideally,
this right here. Hold on, stop, Cortez. Stop. You are the top 3 crash out on the classic codes. Top 3. But when we start talking about black women, you start tiptoeing and shit. And
bro,
that right there is my fucking point.
Bro, exactly. I do not like
they
pissing
got us
women
by
off.
the cojones.
I do not like pissing off the black women, bro. I do not, bro. And they hold grudges. You know what I'm saying? They hold grudges. You know.
We talk about Trump. We fearless. We talk about other content creators, fearless. We talk about Hispanics, fearless. We talk about dead rappers, fearless. Talk about the sisters. Well, listen. We'll see what don't.
Yes. My mom was still a sister, all right? My mom was still a sister. I got 2 sisters.
They got us, nigga.
Oh, they gonna call me.
They tricked us out our position.
Yeah, bro. I heard you was on Classic show saying that we no more. So what? Ask my husband if I'm a wife. I'm not trying. No.
It's over, chat. It's over, chat. Kia, what's up? Kia, welcome back. From last night.
Works, right?
Hey, Kia in the chat, Cortez. This is the guy that was in the chat.
What's up, Kia? How you feeling?
This the guy that was in the chat last night challenging you at every turn. But I'll answer Lisa's question because you didn't. You said it looked like your grandparents. So you saying pretty much two generations back was the last like majority. Yeah.
It's been over after that.
Yeah, I'll say this. She said, what does leadership look like for the black man in the household? So first, I'll start with just in general. I'll start with the black man got to be there, right? So we got to get back in the house. That'll be first. And then once you get in the house, I think
get Uncle Sam out the house.
I'm gonna be real practical. I think that black folks should make a conscious effort to put their girls in etiquette classes. I'm not even saying that insulting. I'm being for real. I think it would be awesome because that used to be a thing. And it still is.
It was a part of etiquette, it was a part of life. It was
etiquette,
a part of life.
Yeah. Etiquette classes still exist, but I'm saying it used to be like more normal. Yeah, for you to have had taken like etiquette. I think, and I'm talking in general. Like I just
everybody took them at one point. See, the thing is, I remember I had to go to etiquette class, but that was more of a religious thing than it was but it's still etiquette class, and it was free. Obviously, people raising that many kids, you're gonna try to do as much free stuff as possible. Do you know how many women that I have ran up against that don't know how to set the table or even know which fork to use?
Yeah, but I'm saying that to say, because a lot of times when we have these conversations, anybody that's tapped in from Classic Code Sports, come over to the Classic Codes on Twitch, Rumble, or YouTube. Classic Code Sports is ending right now. Hold on, Tess. But yeah, can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so no, the reason why I say that is because oftentimes we have these conversations, or even when I look at other panels, and then the term submission comes up, and like how to execute being submissive becomes a conversation. And oftentimes a lot of the women don't know for real what that is, what it looks like, or how to execute on participating in being submissive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they may not even know how to do it if they want to. And then the way we describe it as men, it don't help. Tristan 333, what up? Chat 333 rolling
Classic.
in. What up, my dog? Correct me if I'm wrong, Pop. Mr. McBride in the building. What up, my dog?
What's up, bro?
Classic.
Tristan said, I'm here. Appreciate you. Kia said, I took etiquette at an all-girls school. It's extremely white supremacist coded, and it feeds into respectability politics. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. You a feminist. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like, I get it. But for the women who still interested in like traditional womanhood, like Kia was on our women's panel yesterday. Make sure y'all go tap into the live stream. She a self-proclaimed feminist, so I'm not calling her that out of nowhere, just so everybody else in the chat got context. She called herself a feminist. So this sounds like feminist rhetoric, and I respect it. But for those women who want to be traditional women, I think that and are interested in being submissive to their husbands, I think it would start back with going just like to etiquette. You know what I'm saying? Just going to, and then from there, I'm just trying to think of like practical steps that could be taken realistically, actionable things that could be taken realistically that could be worked on. What else does leadership look like in the household for the black man? I think just I don't want to say what I say goes.
No, it's your opinion.
I think it's all 50-50s are really 51-49. That's my best way to describe it. Anything like so yeah, most couples are going to
gotta be that way. It's gotta be that way.
Exactly. Most couples look,
you have more skin in the game. You know what I'm saying? They have skin in the game too. You just got a lot more. You got a lot more.
Not even it ain't even about, because I don't even like keeping score. But I'll say this. Look, Perry said, what I say goes. Now, hold on now, P. Is that sister all the way black, though, P? See, y'all not talking about what we talking
Classic.
about.
Look, I'm on board with him with that one, because I thought we was talking about in general, just being a black man.
No, because what I say goes.
It's a whole nother game when you're dealing with a sister, bro.
That's why we talking specifically. We talking about black on black relations right now. Normally I don't do this, but we talking about black on black because you might be able to tell Priscilla what to do. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to tell Priscilla what to do. You feel me?
She gonna do it.
But Patrianisha, that's different. You know what I'm
you
saying?
Ain't my daddy. You ain't my daddy.
But no, type shit. But
Watermelon Andrea, you ain't my daddy.
Said, y'all taking a really long time to answer the question. Well,
it's a long but it's funny. It's
a long stream. But no, I'm saying black male leadership in the household, it kind of looks like all decisions that are down the middle, right? It's a stalemate. You think this, he thinks that, you go his way. That's how it works. In a situation where one person is the clear leader, that's what it is. But I do think that most families nowadays and most healthy relationships is going to be collaboration. But at the times where there can't be agreement, you go in the man's direction. That's what true leadership would be.
Default. The default. And I'm not talking about, the settings. No, I mean, like, the default decision maker is the man in black-led families. You know what I'm saying? But dude, come on now.
Perry said, "Hell no." See, he don't have that ain't no black woman over there. He could tell her what to do. That's see. Hey,
look, if that's how that man's life works, hey, More power to you. I am
ain't
so,
tripping.
if you got the diamond in the rough,
Lisa
and
said,
that's no shade at all. No shade at all. That if it works that way and she respects him enough to default to his decision making, then more power to him.
This shit, Cortez. The question of the day is: have black men traded leadership for check-ins? And the answer is yes. It's over. It's over.
Yes, bro.
If you listen, if you the 1%, if you the 2%, congratulations.
98%.
This shit over with.
Yes,
this shit over with. I done been, bro. I seen it with my own eyes, bro. I done been at the kickbacks where the nigga got to step away. Look, when he decided to play one more hand of spades, he got to text his girl first.
You mean this?
Let her know he gonna
Hold
be.
on, baby. We
So,
I'm on with my boy right now. What do you mean? I didn't know him for.
Yeah.
I'll be there later. All right. That's what you talking about? Yes.
Yeah. And then look, his energy changed a little bit. His energy changed a little bit when he got off the phone. Come on, man. Come on, man. Deal the cards. Deal the cards. Yeah. It's over.
Classic.
Man.
Yeah. You knew that was gonna happen.
See, I'm on the outside looking in. Yeah, I know.
Classic.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
knew that was gonna happen. That's why I rectified that problem. I rectified that problem. You know what I'm saying? I told you about that brown sand.
Yeah. We are talking about the etiquette schools. She said, I've been in these schools and it has its benefits. I could walk in heels. I know how to fold a napkin properly. How does that help me in a marriage? Well, etiquette also teaches you a lot more than just how to set tables and walk in heels, right? It teaches you in certain ways to bask in your femininity. For example, you knowing how to walk in heels properly is something a lot of women weren't taught. Most of the women I see outside walk like linebackers.
They throwing it in a circle too.
No, they're not switching no more. Women don't switch no more. They walk like linebackers and tight ends and shit. Yeah, that shit over with, bro. Yeah, they walk like me and shit. Yeah. Like it ain't no sway to that shit no more. That shit over with. Now they naked as hell. You can catch you one half naked outside.
They throwing it in the circle.
But as far as being taught to act like a lady, quote unquote, is a lost art. When the last time you went to a club? Doing it intentionally, huh?
When the last time you went to a club?
I can't remember.
Okay, so I get to be at them, and let me.
But it was definitely a gentleman's club.
This is just a regular club.
I'm just saying, no, I don't go to
regular club.
No,
I went to Vegas with our team, and we had a VIP, right? And so VIP is usually up above or sectioned off from everybody else. And so while I'm sitting in there, sipping the little beverage that I got, everybody doing the same thing. All of the ladies with us are like sitting around inside of the VIP area, right? But directly below us is a group of women, very nicely dressed. They looked good, whatever, had their hair done, nails done, eyes done, whatever. Other eyes, if you know what I'm saying, that was done too. And I'm talking about all the body language was off, the movement was off, and instead of being attracted, I'm just like, ugh, like that's what they think is hot. Girl smacking the other girl booty, like everybody videoing it. She just bent over, like I'm like, y'all having fun, right? That's not fun for me. I don't. Hey, listen, etiquette school will teach you not to do that.
But don't. Yeah, you're right. That's she said. How does that help in a marriage? It helps a lot when you're taught to what they say in Love and Basketball: calm down and act like a lady. That goes very far in a marriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna reference Love and Basketball some more. Do you recall Love and Basketball? I'm sure the chat does. But you recall?
Did we not watch that movie 1,000 times growing up?
Do you recall actually the interaction between Monica and her mother when Monica was in college and she went back home and they had that argument in the kitchen when she was like what did she say? She said, "Oh, you always felt the way or whatever." I'm paraphrasing, but like you always felt the way because I wanted to play ball, and while you sitting at the crib, what I'm saying, washing his clothes and ironing his drawers, like that's a bad thing. But you notice in Love and Basketball, her parents didn't get divorced, did they? No, they rocked out and they were still together. All that ironing his drawers and ironing his shirts for work when she was a little sleepy, and you know what I'm saying, all of that shit, they rocked out. You know what I'm saying? They rocked out. They were still together at the end of the movie, right? So
Is acts of service off the table now? Do you think?
No, I think a lot of women looking for a good woman in a man. No, dead ass. Like they want acts of service just as much as we do.
They do.
So so a lot of times when you listen to a woman describe what she want in a man, she describing a good ass woman.
Yeah.
And that's because a lot
like
of
those
women,
emotions.
well, that's because a lot of women out here trying to be the man that they want.
Yeah.
So it's fitting that they want a good ass woman because they out here trying to be the man that they want. Am I lying?
Classic.
Yeah.
They talk like us, walk like us,
dress like us.
Willing to square up with us. Yeah, they us without the hardware. And I'm not, when I say they, I'm not talking about all, but I'm talking about a certain brand and breed and batch of females. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said,
we just did a reaction on the rap the other night, right? And what was the first thing you said about Shorty?
About
Shorty that was rapping the other night.
Talking about her context and how she was on some like real like womanly
and
stuff.
The fact that she raps feminine. She got the bars. She got bars, but she raps feminine. She's not up there trying to sound like Pop Smoke.
Yeah. That's all. I just like, women that like being women and shit. They actually appreciate everything about it and all that. All that it comes with. And but hey, it is what it is. If it don't apply, let it fly for sure. But it's one of them things where like it ain't a bunch of men saying the same shit because none of it's true. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, and I'm talking about what I've seen in my real life. I've been on guys' trips, and you got out of a group of 7, you got 3 of them that can't stay off the phone with Bay and shit. And it ain't voluntary.
My teammate,
that shit mandatory, wife, dog. That shit mandatory. It's over.
The whole Greece trip that we was there the whole trip. My teammate was on the phone with his wife. They have 6 kids. On the phone with his wife the entire time. We talk about outside till 2:00 in the morning on the phone with his wife because she's angry that she is not there.
Classic.
That's the only reason why. The only reason why she was angry with him is because he was not there.
Could he even enjoy himself?
He didn't enjoy a minute of it, bro.
That's a shame to be in Greece and not enjoy that shit.
She told him because I bought him a beer, on some, how the little shops are next to the ocean. So we stopped in one of them little shops, got a pizza. It's fantastic. We talked about this already. I bought him a beer, like, hey, bro, cheer up. Here's a beer. You know what I'm saying? Beer was like $2. You know what I'm saying? Big old like.
He couldn't even finish the beer before she called back.
Bro, he didn't even get to take a sip before she called back. And then she told him, if you don't jump on, now mind you, Greece is 8 hours and some change of time difference between America, especially Texas, and Greece. And so she tell this man to hop on FaceTime right now so she can make sure that we're not out partying. It's literally 4 dudes at a table eating pizza and drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 beer, soda over here, water over here, and she say, do a 360. This dude is 6'6", 270 pounds of solid like beefcake. You know what I'm saying? And his wife is like 5'1", 5'2", fiery black chick from Texas, and she is ruining this man's whole life. You know what I'm saying? And she said, go live with Cortez then. If you want to hang out with Cortez.
She told him?
She said, you want to go hang out with Cortez on beaches? Go live with Cortez. I'm like, I'm not the only one here. Why are you targeting me?
All right,
I'm catching strays.
Perry said it's hard watching the simp in action. Boy, you ain't lying. It's painful. Painful to see a simp. We got a question. Lisa said if
he died a long death that week, bro. He died a long death.
We got a question. Lisa said if marriage is 2 people uniting as one, shouldn't there be considerations of each other in substantial decisions? Yeah, there should. But that's what I'm saying. Like the leadership component is only played out in certain situations, right? Like there's you can tell the difference between men who lead their households and men who are pretty much either mutually collaborating on everything or being led by the woman. Like if the woman run the house, you could tell. If a group of men go out for more than 2 hours together, we know who's who. Cortez, am I lying? We know who's who.
You gonna know because he gonna answer calls in those 2 hours.
And that's that. But this question leads to the conversation that I've been trying to have, and I think I got answers on the Queen's panel yesterday. I said, where does the line between consideration and getting permission get drawn for the man, right? So Cortez, before you respond, because you saw me trying to figure this shit out. I've been working on this for a week and a half. Nobody's got anything.
The whole time. It took the whole time.
I've been working on this shit for a week and a half. Souls ain't April been trying this. Uncle Plug been trying. I can't get it. Where's the line between you considering what your woman thinks and has to say and you getting permission. I have come to a consensus, but I want to hear what you have to say first.
I mean, I think that consideration is when something directly involves them. And I mean directly involves and affects them. Like if I'm gonna go out to the boat and spend all the money that we have for the mortgage, you know what I'm saying? That would be something that I probably want to consider. But if I'm gonna go buy a sandwich, why am I calling her for this? Especially if I'm the one going to work.
What about consideration in all things moderate and above?
No. Why?
No, I'm saying, where's the line? Like, okay, so there's some people that believe before I do anything, right? What we're talking about in the question of the day. We're talking about black on black love right now. For everybody who ain't black, or if you know what I'm saying, whatever. But we talking about black on black love. I know men who, aside from buying a sandwich, not even that, buying a sandwich.
They have to
buying a sandwich. They call every time.
Yeah. Any purchase.
So where's the line? I have an answer, but I want to see what you come up with. Where's the line between consistent consideration and needing permission for everything?
I don't think, I'm not gonna say there is no line, but I think that it's really just at the beginning. Either you need it or you don't.
I'm gonna tell you the consensus I've drawn. I've had conversations with the Queen's panel now. I went on the no middleman panel. We had the discussion on one of my streams. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. I'm talking to the fellas now. If you have to consider your girl for everything, like if you got to consider her thoughts on damn near, and obviously I'm not talking about you at the gym shoe store and you want to pick between LeBrons or Jordans. Let's have a practical.
We talk about buying shoes in general.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, period. If you feel the need or the urge, or you consistently are being manipulated into having to consistently, always, every time think about what your girl gonna think or get her word or her input on the shit,
you need permission.
No, it's a permission flip. You're not. There is no leader. There's two head coaches.
Yeah.
There is no lead. That's not leadership.
There's two voices.
That's not, bro. I don't listen. Certain things, absolutely. It should be a collaboration, right? There should be mutual consideration. Okay, we deciding on some big shit. Boom, boom, boom. As a man, you may be able to just delegate the whole thing. Okay, you want to remodel the bathroom? It's all on you. I don't care. Do whatever you want in that motherfucker. You delegate that whole thing, but you're still
that's not the same as permission, right?
But that's not right. But I'm just saying, you may what is it called? Give away all of your authority in certain situations. You handle all of that. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? You may give that whole thing, but it's got to come through you. That's leadership.
My grandfather.
Why does the leader have to share? Okay, this is a perfect example. You should have your girl GPS in your phone as a protector. She don't need yours.
She doesn't need yours.
If she got yours, she got your nuts too.
Yeah, she doesn't need yours.
No. If she got your GPS, she got your
classic.
Ball.
Yeah, she don't need yours. She don't need yours.
Yeah.
What does she need yours for? What business does she have in there?
Your protector. The fuck she gonna do? She not your protector.
She not gonna pull up and do nothing.
Nothing. She gonna call 911. You can call 911.
Make the situation more complicated.
I'm just saying. Now they gonna come up with some scenario. Well, what if something didn't do? Well, shit.
Please don't.
Hey, listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. If something happened to me, it is. Yeah, if something happened to me,
I ain't got to pay bills no more. I got life insurance. You gonna get some. You gonna get some of it.
Yeah, do not.
Am I wrong?
No, you dead fucking right. Hey, bro, they don't understand. These dudes are so niggas is manipulating. We are so far out of our position as men. We have no clue, bro. Do you know giving your girl your location is the same as putting on an ankle monitor? You on probation, champ. You on probation, champ.
Might as well wear a dress.
That's a low jack. That's a low jack. Ankle monitor.
Put the nightgown on when you go home.
Champ. This shit over with. And that shit. Come on, dog.
The one that go past the knees.
Jay Zilla said, "Old topic. I took a reference course and they briefed over meeting at work, convos, cell phones in public." And setting up rules for surprise parties, kids showers, and other parties?
Etiquette? Is they talking about etiquette?
Maybe so. I think so. Soft Rain said, move across the country, stay at home, mom, consideration not needed. Big move across the country. Wife has a career that is substantial. Consideration is needed. No.
See, this is great because I mentioned this about the sister. I wasn't moving, and she had already made her mind up that she was, and that was the end of it. You don't get to make that decision for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. And if I wanted to do it, I'm not asking you, can I move?
No, she's saying this the difference between scenarios where a man should consider the woman and when they shouldn't. So she's saying you want to move across the country and make her a stay-at-home mom, meaning whatever job she has, you can say, quit your job, we're moving, right? Consideration not needed. She's saying big move across the country, she has a. But follow me. She's saying
y'all didn't talk about that before you got married.
What you mean? No, she's saying this comes about. This comes about. You go to work. You go to work today. No, you go to, y'all been married 10. I'm painting the picture for you. Y'all been married 5 years. You go to work today. They offer you $200K above what you already make, but you got to move across the country to take the position. She's saying move across the country and make your wife a stay-at-home mom. You don't need to consider her feelings. But if you're trying to move across the country and your wife currently has a career that is substantial, then you should consider her feelings. That's she's saying the difference between when you should consider it and when you shouldn't consider it. What I'm saying is the true definition of leadership is he don't need to consider shit at all. Yeah. He gonna go home, call the shot, and you gonna roll with it. If that means quit your job and find a new one in North Carolina, then that's what it means. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't see that's the thing. And that's why when women sign up for marriage and men sign up for marriage, both parties is taking a risk. It's some things that's associated with the wifely duties that it seemed like a lot of modern women ain't cool with. Miles said, no check-ins over here. 333. What up, Miles?
Classic.
What up, Miles?
Yeah, none of that. So
Miles, we got to get Miles on camera. Go ahead.
What I was trying to say about this is if y'all got married, and you I think that's something that should be talked about before y'all got married. Like, hey,
you can't, Cortez.
That bag coming. What you mean you can't?
No, you can't talk about a promotion that you didn't see. This come out of nowhere.
Okay.
So now you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you got to. So are you the type? So it's two types of men. They get the job offer, and while they're in the office, they tell their boss, "I accept." And it's another man that says they get the job offer, and they say, "I'll let you know tomorrow. I got to go home and talk to my wife." It's two men, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with either one of them. I'm just
gonna take the one that say yes right now.
No. It ain't about who they're gonna take. You missing the point of the whole thing. I'm pointing out the fact that the leadership element for black men dating black women, that shit over with. Yeah, there's two types of men. Okay, they offer this promotion. They offer it to what's a white boy's name? Give me a white boy's name. They offer it to Chet. They offer it to Chet, right? Chet gets offered an extra $200K above what he already make, right?
Yeah.
Chet, he's got Emily at home. Chet gonna tell him, absolutely, I'll take the job. And then he gonna go home and tell Emily he took the job.
Yes.
Now, Carlton get offered the $200K on top of what he already make. And he got Tamika at the crib. He gonna tell them, can I get back to you tomorrow? I need to go talk to Tamika. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's nothing wrong with it if that's how you, but I'm just letting y'all know our nuts is in their palms.
Yeah, no,
and when I say our, I'm saying brothers in general. If you a black man dating a black American woman, 9 times out of 10, you may have the fucking illusion of a leader. Nigga, you is not leading
Classic.
shit.
You not leading shit. Talk to Souls of Thought ain't been active in the chat today, but if he was in here, he'd tell you about his snowboarding experience. He let you know why he switched teams. My man said he leave the house. He say, I'll be back. She say, okay.
Classic.
Yeah, facts.
Nigga,
facts.
try to leave the house on Tamika. Try to leave the house on
She gonna GP. She probably got a tracker in your car right now. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know about it.
She left her tablet in your back seat on my mama. She tracking the tablet.
She stole the air tag into your pocket.
Miles Bachelor said, no check-ins over here. Lisa said, the line is drawn when you know you've made her secure with your actions. That's that proven. That's that proven first. That's what we talked about yesterday. That's that proven first. Yeah, with substantial decisions. Soft Rain, of course. Look, of course, April gonna agree. That's her line. If he shows me, I told her I was gonna give her the day off. Never mind. Miles Bachelor said I could be wrong, but the agreement should allow for adjustments down the road. That's what he was responding to you, Cortez. He's saying the agreement should allow for adjustments down the road. He said, but what do I know? No plans to sign the doc. Now, come on now. He said he's staying off that paperwork.
Hey, Miles be making a lot of sense, man.
Well, I got to get Miles on camera, man. We got to get Miles. Man, Miles got to click that link, man.
Miles is making a lot of sense.
Yeah, he do. Jay Zilla said being based in reality is hard, but this topic was covered between seasons of Harlem on Prime. If you know, you know. No, Harlem. Do not get me started on Harlem. That's a whole episode. Them hoes. Don't get me started on Harlem.
Hey, thanks for letting me know, Jay Zilla. I didn't know.
Shit. Yeah, Harlem. Don't get me. That's a whole episode. Don't get me started on them. But yeah, man. So what's the consensus on this in closing? Have black men? What y'all think, chat? Here goes Souls of Thought. Here goes Souls of Thought. So why pursue something you know won't behave the way you want it to? Look, Souls of Thought want me to go snowboarding with him so bad.
I'm not snowboarding. I'm just on sandy beaches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hear that. Look. He ain't said shit all episode. He come. Look.
So
I'm cool.
You knew he was gonna throw it in there. You know,
I'm cool.
Skiing. What did he say yesterday? He be on the slopes.
I like it brown, champ.
I forgot I had a wallet.
I like it brown, champ. I'm cool. I like it brown, champ.
I forgot I had a wallet. He said, I forgot I had a wallet.
Jay Zilla said you should do a definition on boomerang, you know. Soft Rain put the skiing emojis. Y'all funny as hell. Miles laughing. Y'all laughs crazy, boy. I got a chat full of crash.
What do they call it? What do they call it? Personal preference?
Shit. Hey, it is what it is.
Hey, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with. I'll tell you this much. I like the path of least resistance, and I ain't got to train it. You know what I'm saying?
I just covered that. The path of least resistance.
Yeah, I like the path of least resistance. You know, I'm not saying that I wouldn't go work hard for something, but there's some things that you toil in. I'm not trying to toil. I don't mind hard work and elbow grease, but toiling is not what I'm trying to do. What we described a couple minutes ago, and what I have literally felt in my life is toiling, and I don't like toiling, so I ain't toiling no more. I would sit on the beach with my Yeezys on.
Classic.
All right, that's it for the question of the day, man. Let's get up out of here before we both end up in trouble, man. You upset the sisters, nigga. Hey, listen.
My own sister gonna call me now, bro.
Man, listen, boy. This would be the one episode she caught, won't it? On God.
Yeah.
This will be I don't want no smoke. Souls of Thought said, look at the acronym Allura. All right, bet. Let's do it. I got time.
All right.
Allura. Acronym as low as reasonably achievable. So, which stands for as low as reasonably achievable is a radiation safety principle focused on minimizing radiation exposure to individuals and the environment. It's not about eliminating exposure entirely, but rather about reducing it to levels that are as low as practical, considering technical, economic, and societal factors. That's pretty much what y'all talking about. Y'all want out of y'all women.
Path of least resistance. Path of least resistance. Man.
I hear you talking. Y'all something else, man. So we gonna go into the code language for the day. Code language for the day is stagnation. Like we always do, we're gonna look up the book definition of it first. And then we're gonna go from there. So the overview on stagnation. Stagnation refers to a state of inactivity, lack of development, or a prolonged period of slow or no growth. In economic terms, it describes a situation where an economy is not shrinking, but also not growing or growing very slowly. This can lead to increased unemployment and failing wages, as a growing population may struggle to find jobs and compete for limited opportunities. So, and then if I look up the actual book definition of stagnation, that was the overview. Stagnation means the state of not flowing or moving. So when you think about stagnation, Cortez, what's the first thing come to mind for you, bro?
Standing still. Not making no progress.
No motion.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I think about is no motion.
Yes.
You ain't got no motion.
Better than no motion.
Slow motion is better than no motion. You're right. You gotta say that. You gotta say that twice. But
motion better than no motion.
Have there ever been any time periods where you feel like stagnation was upon you, or you caught a spirit of stagnation?
Yeah. I gained 35 pounds. I didn't box for 8 months. I didn't work out for 8 months. I just decided to be a dad, living off my savings in the pandemic and working 1 day a week outside. And I was just like, this is not for me. It's not for me. I had everything. I had everything. I didn't have any lack. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about lacking. It literally, I had enough savings to live off my savings and not have to worry about it, to be a dad, or I have to send my daughter to some weird daycare during the pandemic. And for that 8 months, I'll tell you, around month 6, I was like, I can't do this no more. Like, I was finding all types of weird stuff to do. And I'm not saying that streaming is weird, or, being a part of any of the clubs that I was with was weird, but that just wasn't who I was as far as like what I wanted to do with myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is cool. I could sit here and be a part of this club forever. I could do this little thing forever, but this it's in the same spot. It's not moving. I'm just here wasting some time. Like, dude, I even got involved with free poker for a little while. You got to like poker to play free poker, right? Because you're not winning nothing. You're just practicing basically against people who are also practicing and trying to beat you. So yeah, it did make me better in the casino, but I mean, I was doing this twice a week. Like, that's not something that I should have been, and I said this then, I can't be involved. I'm wasting my time here. I'm spending 5 hours here playing free poker. I didn't make no money. I spent money on food and drinks and tipping the girls that be around. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. So I called my trainer and I told him that, hey, I will be making that drive, because back then it was an hour. I'll be making that drive. Put me down for 3 days a week in the gym, 2 days of cardio training, 1 day of sparring. And, that's how I got back. I wouldn't have never got back if I didn't feel like if I felt like I'm just comfortable, this is fine. Yeah. Let the stomach keep getting big. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
What's the main thing that broke stagnation for you?
I saw myself in the mirror, like a full, I didn't have any full length mirrors in my house. Yeah. I only had ones from like the neck up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, I was a barber. I always keep lined up and all of that good stuff. Whenever I want to do cut styles into my hair or grow it, I do that. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. I put my clothes on. My clothes was fitting. Some of them was fitting a little bit tighter, and that's when I started. I walked past the mirror at Target. We was out. We went to Target. We hadn't been inside a grocery store in months. We went to Target, and I walked past that mirror, and I'm thinking I look fly, and I saw myself, and I'm like, you don't look fly. You look fat. Who is this dude? Like, yeah, man, I saw myself in the mirror, and I'm not ashamed of it because I changed it.
I like that. It's very consistent with some details of my own story in the way of being hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? I preach that a lot. Like, I bring up people like David Goggins, people who talk very straight and stuff like that, because we're in such a soft society. I see your comment, Lisa. We coming to it, but we're in such a soft society that a lot of the vices people pick up, a lot of the stagnation that people experience, we have a hard time breaking out of it or breaking through it or breaking away from it, because a lot of times being hard on yourself is not the route that people want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always tell people I'm trash at being an accountability coach, because every time I've tried it, I've failed at it because I'm too aggressive for the person that I'm trying to hold accountable. You know what I'm saying?
I get told I'm mean.
But you're not. But are you mean or direct?
I'm not. I'm direct.
There's a difference. And then even if you're mean, like, being mean to yourself probably would have kept you from getting to where you got to in the first place. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's that's why I always say, bring back shame, bring back bullying. You know what I mean? Like, these things made you pick a side. You gonna be a mouse or you gonna be a man? You know what I mean?
Are you mean to yourself? Are you? I'm being honest. Are you mean?
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
Yeah,
there's nothing anybody could say to me worse than anything I've said to myself.
Yeah, like, I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym, and so my coach has a dad. You know what I'm saying? They both look like Cesar Jr. They on my profile anyway. His dad is nice, right? And so his dad was training me this one day, and his dad's like, "Oh, you used to be able to do this. Why can't you do this anymore?" I looked him right in his face, and I said, "Coach, because I'm a fat fuck." And he literally stopped. He said, "Why are you being so mean to yourself?" And then his son came over there, and his son said, "No, tell him to put the gloves on. I'm about to hit him."
Yeah,
and that's how we dealt with it. The son beat him. Man, He worked me. So son is a championship boxer. He worked me that day. I'm not. This is not no. I'm not putting it out there like that. I'm saying he beat my ass, and that let me know, and he let me know too. You don't want to get your ass beat like this because I'm way stronger than him, but he beat my ass, bro.
Yeah, getting your ass kicked in a controlled environment let you know how unprepared you are for an uncontrolled environment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because like somebody with that skill level get on your ass in the streets. Who's gonna be around to get them off? They might finish you. You know what I'm saying?
Undefeated Gold Glove boxer. He whooped my ass. I ain't. Yeah. He taught me. He trained me. He trained me for 3 solid years after that, man. Got me where I needed to be.
For sure, man. You got to pull up and box with us one day. I'm almost back. I ain't there yet though, but I'll let you know. You got to pull up and get some work with us, man. Mr. McBride said he pulling up to get some sparring too. I said, yeah, I can't wait.
It's fun, bro. It's fun, especially when you're doing it for the right reasons.
It's fun. It's fun some days. Some days that shit painful. Don't get it twisted. I done had some sparring where, like, for a week I was recovering.
He laying on the concrete out. You ever saw the video when I was laying on the concrete outside? I was laying on the concrete outside. They was like, "What's going on?" I said, "It's 95 degrees out here. It's 110 in there. I'm laying on the concrete."
Cool. This shit feel like AC. Yeah, for sure.
Ribs hurting.
Yeah.
I don't wear the protection on my ribs. No.
But I think one of the things, like staying on the code language, I know we talking about moments of stagnation and how we broke away, but the state of not flowing or moving, I think that's the biggest thing in the definition is like the state of not flowing or moving. I think to get the flow, you got to move. You know what I mean? And for a lot of folks, you know, when they put the movement down, it's hard to get the movement back up. Like motion is lotion. You know what I'm saying? Motion is lotion. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep the, you know what I mean? You gotta keep the joints lubricated. You gotta keep the mind sharp, all of that type of stuff. So when it comes to stagnation, I wanted to cover this because I know it's something that a lot of people deal with, suffer with, fall into fits of, medical. You know.
It's medical, bro.
Yeah. It's just one of them things. You gotta find ways to like life hack. Life hacks are real important. I think a lot it's under talked about. I know life hack was like a trendy term for a second and then it went away, but no, life hacks are it. Like that's it. Like you figure out your personality type and where your strengths and weaknesses are and understand what you're trying to accomplish. And then you get you a life hack that'll allow you to be consistent with the things you need to do to get there. Ain't nothing like that shit. Like for people who struggle with like putting on weight, it's people who struggle to put on weight. It's people who struggle to keep weight off. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So you got to find a life hack. You know what I'm saying? Like to get that going for yourself. If you're trying to keep weight off, like me personally, if I don't work out a lot or on a regular basis, I'll put weight on. But I know some people, if they don't work out, they'll drop hella weight. You know what I'm saying? But you need a life hack for that. You feel me? So stagnation is for like, I think it's for season. I think it goes hand in hand with like mental health, to be honest with you. I don't think people who are stagnant are okay. You know what I mean? And so I think it starts with the mind.
I was depressed.
I was depressed too. When I was stagnant, I was depressed too.
Yeah, I was depressed. I was legitimately depressed too. See, here's the thing though. I don't want people to think that I was uncomfortable. I was, like I said, I had everything. I was fine. You know what I'm saying? I was not uncomfortable. I had achieved the American dream and I was happy, but I was depressed about my life itself. I was depressed about what I looked like. I was depressed about the fact that I am somebody who likes to be on the go and doing something. I like to be making money. I like to be thinking about the next level and going to the next level. And I wasn't doing any of that. I wasn't not doing any of that. It was literally just coasting on everything that I'd already built. And I'm not saying that you should not be comfortable or complacent with what you have built. I'm saying that if you start to notice that this person is not who you are anymore, and you're wondering who is this in the mirror, then you need to stop being stagnant. You got to get up and do something. Find a new hobby. Take up jogging. I don't care if you're 45, take up jogging. Or go to Walmart and buy some boxing gloves. And not the best ones, but go to Walmart, buy some TPX gloves, and you start just hitting a bag of something. You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot let yourself do that because it starts there, then it invades your mental health, you know, and once it invades your mental health, it's gonna start invading your physical health too.
Yeah. And I think another thing too is and we'll cover it in a different code language. We're gonna get off this one and go to chat Q&A. But I think another thing too is just enablers, you know, but that'll be a different code language altogether. But stagnation is normally perpetuated. People stay in those windows of stagnation, those time frames of stagnation for longer than they have to, because you got people around you telling you, oh, you don't look bad, or you seem all right to me, or don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, nah, like don't.
You're not fat. Yes, you are.
You feel me?
You are.
Yeah, but
look, let me tell you, yes, you, and even if somebody is trying to compliment you, it's okay to say thank you, but I'm a little bigger than what I want to be. You don't have to be rude. Just be like, I'm just a little bigger than I want it to be. And as long as you know that in your heart, you know this when you put your clothes on. What am I preaching about? You know this when you put your clothes on, that some stick out a little bit farther than you wanted to. You know, well, I still look good. Nobody said that. What they're saying is you got to get right with yourself and understand that you can't make excuses for you.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to wrap it, man. Code language of the day: stagnation. All right, so let's move into the chat Q&A. Anybody that got a question, topic, anything y'all want to talk about, y'all been great. The best chat on all streaming platforms. I'll stand on
Classic.
Chat 333. That's a brand name. Like Blue Magic, it's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee.
Classic.
But check it out, chat. It's y'all time to shine. If y'all got any topics. Oh, we got a matter of fact. Oh, I'm wrong. I'm dead wrong. Hold on. We got a comment. Lisa said she wanted us to speak to this. She said, if you're building a relationship with someone, you're learning them, and security is something that women look for and something a man should want her to have. I think she's more so talking about when we was on when we were talking about the last topic. Like as far as like the consideration piece, like the consideration should give them security. But see, this, I think the tricky part about that is, and I'm answering in general for everybody, but I think the tricky part about it is oftentimes when you take a woman's words into consideration, if you don't end up using what she suggested, then she feels unheard. So that's why I said consideration and getting permission is the same shit. Because when she tell you how she feel about it, if your actions are contrary to whatever her feelings are, she'll feel like you didn't listen to her at all, when actually you just made an executive decision. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I told you there is no thin line between getting your woman's consideration and getting her permission. It's the same shit. If she black. If
you ask for somebody's opinion, they're gonna be upset if you don't use it. They took the time out of their day to give you
even just some of it. The woman might make 5 suggestions. Use 2, or you didn't hear her at all.
Classic.
Now tell me I'm lying, chat. Tell me I'm lying. You can't even brainstorm with them if you ain't gonna use none of the, because brainstorming, everybody in the room, it could be 2, 3 people. We all just throwing shit against the wall trying to see what stick. Let y'all don't use none of that. None of that
ideas.
Yeah, but let you don't use none of hers. Then you weren't even listening.
Classic.
You weren't even listening.
She ain't gonna like that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So getting the consideration is getting the permission. Understand something. If you already told your boss, yes, I'll take the job, we're moving to Oregon, and then you go home and Tamika tell you, I'm not moving to no motherfucking Oregon, nigga. Are y'all still moving to Oregon?
Yes.
You fucking lying.
Classic.
No.
What percentage? No. Let's do it.
Tamika's not moving.
I'm taking a poll.
Tamika's not moving.
I'm taking a poll.
Not moving.
I'm taking a poll in the chat. No.
Yeah. Tamika's not moving.
No, let's say y'all married with kids, Cortez. Y'all married with kids. What's up? It ain't that simple. Yeah, y'all married with kids.
She not gonna move.
No. I'm asking you in general. Take yourself out of it. From what you know about us as a brotherhood, black men today, you played football with us, we played basketball, we played sports, we ran track, we've been around brothers our whole life. We know we done ran into, dealt with our family black. We know black men. We are black men. Yep. Brotherhood in general. Yep. He married with kids. His boss offered him $200K more than what he makes. Yeah, he married with kids to a black woman, American black woman. His boss offered him $200K above what he make. He got to move from wherever the hell he is all the way across the country from wherever the hell he is. He tell the boss, yes, I'll take the job. And he shake his hand. He don't sign the paper, but he shake his hand. They tell him, we had the paperwork for you tomorrow. Can't wait to see you. Okay. He go home and tell Tamika, guess what, babe? I got offered a promotion for $200,000 more than what I make. She, oh yes, baby, yeah, absolutely.
Where is it at?
No. And then he say, we got to move to Oregon, and they live in fucking Florida or some shit. I'm talking about all the way across the country. We got to move to Oregon.
Why you didn't talk to me first?
No. Come on. It's over. Ain't no. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Thank you.
Why you didn't talk to me first? That's what's gonna happen.
No. We cracked this one. I know I ain't tweaking. We cracked
already.
this one.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
Because this is great. She right. You should want your woman to feel secure. She should. But if that's your wife already, she's supposed to already be secure with
That's what I'm saying about discussing it first. Like,
because
before you even got married, you should know he gonna make decisions on his own.
Soft Rain said, married with kids, if the man is 100% provider, she's moving the whole family. No. Even if she got a job, I don't see Soft Rain keep adding. She keep adding.
No qualifiers. No list of demands. Hold on. No list of demands. No qualifiers. What we're saying is like this. Sherry is gonna move because I said we moving.
Yeah.
Shanika is not going anywhere because I didn't talk to her first. And so when I go back to work, because I didn't sign it. Listen, boss. Do you think this opportunity is going to be around for a while? Because kids, they got school, she works for this company. Wait, hold on. Where Kia at? She's a doctor, and she just became resident at this hospital. She's been working for this her whole life. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening.
Shit over with. If somebody, I will listen. We could talk about this over and over. We could make it a series. I'm willing to debate. Black married men, come to the carpet. You married to a black sister. I'm dead wrong. You and your whole circle don't operate like what we talk about. Come tell me like or something. Come tell me like or something.
Ruin their marriages.
No, I ain't gonna ruin shit. I ain't gonna ruin shit. No.
Because you're gonna wake them up. You're gonna wake them up. No, you're gonna wake them up, bro. Don't do it.
This how much these niggas ain't leaders. This how much our balls is gone. Because for the niggas that's married with the wives who they think they leading to even come on my stream and stream,
they gotta tell her.
They gotta get permission.
They gotta tell her first.
Babe, I'm going on this panel. We gonna be talking about relationships. I may have to reference a couple things about us. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure you comfortable. Nigga, you getting your permission slip signed, nigga. She gonna be watching that shit in the living room like your chaperone, nigga.
He ain't getting none for a week.
Nigga, your balls in that Coach bag you bought her last Christmas, nigga. It's over with. It's over with.
For a week.
I don't want to hear nothing about none of that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Yes, you should consider your woman in instances. But if you call in plays, there's instances where there's no consideration.
Only one head coach.
Come on.
Classic.
The head coach don't ask the defensive coordinator.
This how much you know we not leaders. Because the sisters that's listening, they not liking this
shit.
Like I said, you're gonna ruin their marriages, man.
I'm not gonna ruin nothing. You
don't do that all week.
No, I can't.
Don't do that all week.
You the head of the house, right? So nothing's gonna be affected.
It's gonna be me and you and maybe Miles on the panel.
Come on, man. Come on.
Supposed to be here.
These niggas need permission to stream past 10 o'clock.
Classic.
Can't even watch TV. What are you talking about? They
Come
can't
on,
watch TV.
Dog.
They can't watch TV.
Dog.
They can't have their phone. Their phone be on silent.
You can't even go get no extra money without some consultation. Babe, I was thinking about door dashing. Well, honey, I wanted to, and your ass gonna stay right at the fucking crib.
Classic.
Come on, man. Don't playing with me, G.
She gonna hit him with, let me see your phone. Let me see who you talking to.
That leadership extinct, champ.
Who you talking to? Let me see your phone.
You niggas giving y'all phones up and everything. It's over. It's over. Y'all giving up phone code. She got a thumbprint on your shit. It's cooked,
classic.
Baby.
Nah, bro. She got the biometric of the face.
Come on, G. She got a face recognition on your phone. She got your GPS. She got an air tag on your trunk, and it's over with. You federal property.
Classic.
You seen the underwear and the shirts that they be trying to sell with the girl face all over it, and dudes be wearing it at the club?
No, I ain't seen that,
bro. So look on Instagram. One of the new things I haven't seen popping up for ads, right, is show her how much you love her, right? And it's literally like her face on your jeans, like across the crotch on your jeans, and then her face also on your shirt, and
what's the name of that brand? Simple Tire.
It's gotta be. I would call it SMP.
Come on, man. Lisa said some women want to know why the specific decision is being made. this is on a case-by-case basis, though. I agree. It's definitely case by case. But I think the big issue is, let's just say, because we did talk about this realistically, let's say 90% of the decisions in a relationship are collaborations. The difference that we're discussing is the 10%, where the man is just calling a shot. With what's the girl name you said? You said Tamika and who?
It's Tamika and was it Sherry?
Sherry. Ain't no when the 10%, when it's time for Ted to go tell Sherry, hey babe, we're out of here. Okay, boss offered me a job, and we gotta fucking go. We got a month to get we're gonna be rolling in the dough, honey. Trust me. We got a month to get our shit.
Get a rain jacket. We're going to Oregon.
Call your mom. Yeah, and they gonna get the fuck on.
Classic.
It ain't gonna be no.
Get out of this city.
The difference is, even if Sherry got a good job, she gonna be like, okay, well, she not even gonna ask him, what about my job? None of that. She gonna say, well, okay, well, Oregon, you said, I'll check tomorrow for transfers. Maybe I could transfer up there, and blah blah blah. She gonna already try to figure out how to get situated in Oregon. No, she gonna already try to figure out how to get.
Let me add this.
Yeah.
You said $200K, right?
Yeah, more than what you already make.
What are the odds? What are the odds that she makes $200K a year?
It don't even matter.
I'm just saying.
We just talking about the statistics. We talking about the difference
last night, right?
We talking about the difference between permission and consideration.
Right. You probably make that $200,000 increase is probably way more than what she makes at whatever job she got, doing whatever she doing at work. And I guarantee you that 200 extra thousand that she ain't got to bust her run for. Look, this is what I'm talking about here. She is not going to go if her name is Tamika, and there's nothing wrong with that for y'all that like that. But I'm saying that if that opportunity came and I got to pick us up and move us, this is a right now decision. This is not a I'll see you later tomorrow, boss. I don't know a single boss that's going to want to see you tomorrow when he offers you that opportunity. He wants to see you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and on a plane yesterday. That's why he offered it to you.
I'm talking about they paying for the move and everything. At that level, they paying for the move. They might pay for your first couple months of accommodation.
They might even find you a place.
And they're gonna give you some per diem. Trust me, I didn't have to go and work on the road for work. They give you the per diem and everything.
We talked about perks last night.
Benefits. Yes, sir. Perks. We sure did.
We like perks.
Yeah, Miles said life-changing opportunities are once in a lifetime.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
Lisa said, not that they're going to combat it. Sometimes clarity is needed.
Or what?
But I think that's where
she's telling the truth.
Well, no, she's right. But this is where I keep missing it with Souls, keep missing it with Lisa, keep missing it with April. This is where we missing each other. I'm saying that the man needing, so like we said, 90-10, right? 90% of things, consideration, conversation. 10% dictatorship. What I'm saying is, with the American black woman, it's 100% consideration, conversations. There is no 10% dictatorship.
This entire generation.
The black man no longer has his dingleberry.
Classic.
Quick question: does it affect the black marriage rate?
You see it? No, we just talking about the facts. This ain't to punch down on nobody. I'm not. It's facts. Because it might be adding into the numbers. It might be first time listeners here. So I want to make sure because every day we get new people. So I want to make sure that my intentions on my channel is specified. People that's used to me, they used to me. We have objective conversations here to push things forward. So this ain't.
I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah, but no, you said. No,
are the black men leaders? Are the black men leaders? Are they going to other pastures and shores so they can lead with a lot more ease?
They're going to other pastures and shores so they can lead at all.
Classic.
There is no black. It's over.
Yes.
You just told me. I asked you at the beginning of this conversation.
Yes.
I said, what does a black man being a leader in the household look like to you? You had to go back to some people that was born in the 1920s, nigga.
2 generations.
You went back to your grandparents. They was probably born in the 20s, 30s.
20s and 40s.
Come on, gang. Gang.
2 generations.
So I'm not. I know I'm not talking out the side of my head.
You're not. And see, this is what I meant by that. So you originally asked me. Obviously, we had talked about because I'm not in a.
Hey, Jen. Oh, just real quick, Cortez. Jen, Rich. Shout out to Jen. Chat 333 in the building.
Classic.
Jen, I believe is non-black, and this is not an assault. This is a conversation, but I do believe for context purposes, Jen is non-black. She said that's enough to cover her salary. Get the U-Haul. I'm just pointing out.
That's what I'm.
And then, listen, Lisa says Shanika just needs clarity. Y'all can still move, and that there is no leader, nigga. It's two head coaches.
There is no time. Let me tell you, there is no time to make a game time decision. You got to call somebody else. There's no time to do it. There is no time to do that.
Oh, we getting the answer. We getting the answer right now. There is no executive decisions for the. Listen. If your woman is American black, nigga, ain't no such thing as an executive decision. That shit over with.
No,
that's over with. Anybody who want to debate about it, let's talk. Let's talk.
It's just the truth. It's just the truth.
Bro, I came to this conclusion not by bias or anything. I came to this conclusion by just the assumption of all this information. Dog, how many hours do I put in on this shit on average? You have no. You see what I'm saying?
A lot.
Gee, I'm coming to this. It's a few realizations that I've had doing this that are harsh, and I'm sitting there really thinking about it. And then I was watching the No Middleman panel. Shout out to Souls of Thought. Shout out to Conversations with South Brain. Shout out to Uncle Plug TV. I'm watching the No Middleman panel, and they got to talking about it. And I'm like, ain't no. It's over with.
I don't know a single one, bro.
It's over with.
Look. Other than the outside looking in with this other person, I don't know a single one like actually know. You know what I'm saying? Like all the successful leaders, brothers that I know. They might not have married a YT person. You know what I'm saying? That's only for, entertainment purposes, YouTube and all of that, blah, blah. But they've married outside their race, and they're very successful in doing this. But I don't know a single dude that's married inside of his race that don't have to answer to his wife.
Yeah. Soul said, we not missing it. You just keep giving more to the whole topic each time. It was a video shown. No. I'm broadening the conversation. I'm speaking in general. I know there was a video shown that initially sparked my question, but now that the question is on the table, is there a difference between consideration and permission? And I'm telling y'all, Souls can't really speak to it because he stopped living this life. His woman is no longer what we talk. So
that's where I was at the beginning of this. Remember?
That's what I'm telling
you. Had to clarify for me.
So y'all agree? You
we will argue with you about this because we lead our households, but they're not black households. Under those specifications, they're not black households.
So if we trying to crack the code as to why our black women, because your daughters is black women, you know what I'm saying? My mama black, our black women are the least married women on the planet right now.
Yes, they are.
So to crack that code, we got to point out certain shit. I'm telling you. The submission is weak with you guys, and the leadership is weak with. And then this the shit that get weaponized.
I told you they don't need men to be safe last night. She told you men don't protect nothing.
This what get weaponized against men. You just not the right man. I'll be submissive, or you could lead me once you just not the right man.
When you prove that you're a leader.
But they ain't never submitted to nobody, so none of the niggas was the right man. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They died talking about nobody was the right man. They died. Somebody dying alone right now.
Mm-hmm. Every day.
So it ain't no. I'm not missing you, Souls. I'm with you. We agree up to a point. I'm just pointing out a fundamental difference here, and I think we did a great job of painting the picture between, you know what I'm saying, Tanya and Tamika. Like, it's a difference.
I'm glad you got me like that because I was on Souls' team, and then you clarified it, and then I'm like, there's no arguing it.
Yeah. Miles said literally a no-brainer to triple your total income. There's no growth in the in comfort zone. Souls of Thought said you making it on black community, which the video we were speaking to men making decisions. I would argue that some white men losing their legs too, but it's rampant among us though. But
you saw the commercial, right? The State Farm commercial. It's white men. It happens to them too. You remember the State Farm commercial? Who are you on the phone with? It's Jake from State Farm. She sounds hideous. You know what I'm saying? The man was making a life decision for his whole family, but they made a joke out of it, which means they know that this happens.
Yeah.
It ain't just black people. He's just saying it's more rampant.
Yeah.
Because ain't none. Ain't none.
Souls is actually with me. He agrees with me because he just essentially posted a comment earlier breaking down how it's probability versus possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You increase the probability of getting said behaviors when you step outside of this bubble of people, right? Whereas inside of this bubble, your probability of not being a leader at all is up in the 90th percentile. You see what I'm saying? Like it's probability versus possibility. So I'm just pointing out the difference. But I'm looking for somebody to substantiate that I'm incorrect in this regard. I think I've come to a very sound conclusion that by and large, black men ages, I would say ages 50 and under, that's married to black women at the crib, or just they not leading their household. Over with. It's over with. So said next time you see my daughter in the chat, she would tell you I ran my house. It's not about race. I'm the man. No, it just means you in the 2%. So is you also the same person that says you don't see how men get their heart broken by women. So you just in the 2%, bro. Don't talk to me like you normal. You not normal.
So
you're not normal. If we put 10 other black men next to you, they're gonna tell you the opposite experience. You the one. We said 90%, right? Okay.
You eat him alive, bro.
Yeah, come on, dog. Yeah, he gonna use himself as the macro.
He the prize fighter over here trying to fight Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. And listen, and every day tell me how he gave up on the sisters in the same
classic.
Breath. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you
prize fighter. Yeah.
Hey, I led the household, but I got up out that motherfucker
classic.
Too. Come on, dog.
Bro, you know, let me tell you straight up, bro. She was beautiful too. If you want, I'll send you a picture of her. She was beautiful, man. If I would have went down there to Virginia to go live with her because she made that decision for me, my life would be absolute hell, bro. It would be hell on earth. Yeah. It would be hell on earth. You know what? Like I said, all looks aside, bro. That would have been a terrible decision. All looks aside, but if I would have been in it just for the looks, it would have been a great decision. If it was just for the looks, but that's not what we're here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's not what we're here for.
Jen said, I can understand based on what I know about my partner that the decision will be made. I can either stay or go.
Why Lisa they be so perfect in your chat?
They be perfect. They be perfect. They be perfect in the chat.
Classic.
And then as soon as y'all get on screen, y'all start talking about how y'all don't need none of us. Y'all independent. Y'all make y'all own money. Ain't nobody 12 inches. All of that crazy stuff that I heard to hear over the last couple of weeks, telling me that I'm wrong when I'm sending receipts. Come on now, y'all be so perfect in this chat. Y'all gonna leave y'all in the chat. This is classic codes. This is not DDOG, and it's a good thing it's not, because I be saying I'm not crashing out today. Let me stop.
Lisa said, Miles, comfort zone is big. A lot of times we allow comfort to hold us back. That's true. That's true.
Isn't that? But I think it's the opposite for men and women. Like, I'm supposed to help you get comfortable, and that does hold you back from making horrible decisions.
Elaborate on that. What you mean?
Like for example, right? Like, you know, we hear a lot about the financial situation, right? But if I'm taking care of you financially, and I'm not saying that everybody needs to do this, so please don't jump down my throat about this. I'm just saying that if you're taking care of her financially, if you're taking care of her physically, and if you're making sure that all of her other needs are met because that's what you're doing, all of the other needs, you know, not talking about, I just feel like, no, we're not dealing with those. I'm talking about the tangible stuff. You know, do you have food? Do you have clothes? Can you buy clothes? You know what I'm saying? Do you have a nice running car? Is your car in good shape? Can you get back and forth to work or to drop off and pick up the kids? That type of thing. When you go and swipe this card, is there money on it? You know, I think that she will make decisions based upon her comfort a whole lot more than Tyrone, who was sitting on the couch playing 2K with no job and no money, and he's living off of her and Link. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you she would make different decisions if she ain't got to live that way.
So as the thought said, didn't need permission either. But he got up out of there. Miles Bachelet, to be honest, the American dream was meant for everybody except black people.
Facts.
Miles said, we are the resource.
Facts.
Jen said, there are unicorns out there. Facts. There are. It's always, I always listen. Yes,
y'all are spitting facts. Y'all spitting facts. I'm glad I saw this part because y'all are spitting facts.
Classic.
I always leave room for the outliers. They exist.
What does a peak look like? What does a peak look like? We've been talking about this for 3 days now.
Narrow
what
at the top.
What does a peak look like? How many people can stand on top of one peak?
Very few. One. Shit.
But how many
2.
people can stand on a plateau?
Many. Tons.
Right. So yes, the peak exists. But we cannot judge everything that we do off the offhand possibility and the low probability that the peak is where we're going to be standing. Now, if you say my goal is looking at the peak, if you're doing all your goals on your way to the peak, you have a good chance of making it. But the odds are you won't. And you have to think about that because everything else is just delusion. If you came out tomorrow and said, I'm Class, I'm about to be the greatest selling rapper of all time, I will look at you and say, music doesn't sell the way that it used to sell, bro. You got to come at it from a different angle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not telling you that your dream should not be a dream. I'm telling you that it's a dream and the probability of it is low because you're not Eminem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's better or worse. I'm saying that the mark has already been drawn. Yeah. There's someone standing on the peak, and they're telling you that the method to get to the peak has changed. On Mount Everest, one of the most famous throughways to get up to the top of Mount Everest collapsed last year. So they had to figure out a whole nother way to try to get to the summit.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying is I'm so tired of hearing the doctor and the lawyer and the CEO. Look, sometimes you got to understand that it's one CEO. It's one CEO. It's not co-CEO. The CEO is not asking the president, blah, 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 blah. It's one CEO. And if that one CEO cannot be moved, you have to figure out what you're going to do next because now your whole dream is shattered. If you're taking advice from every single person, especially the people that you're dating as a man, and she telling you this, this, and this, obviously you're not where you're supposed to be at because you listening to her.
So said, wait till Classic come to Texas. He will be able to report back to his people. LOL. The Underground Railroad is open. What you mean, bro?
It's the reverse now. Now they going back to the south.
Listen, I've been
it's
to
the
Texas.
It's the reverse. We going back to the south now.
Listen, man, I've been to Texas plenty. I know what he talking about. Listen, ain't no snow mountains in Texas, dog. He every day he talk about, yeah, man, come on, get on the slopes. No, champ, I like it copper colored, dog.
I love the Wild West. There's some nice sandy beaches out there.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Bro got him a Guadalupe at the house. I feel you. Hey, do your thing. But no, man, that's it.
This is the Bad Bunny in this house.
Y'all crazy, man. I love sisters, bro. That's why I'm so honest. That's why I come on my platform.
I love them too. I love them too. But
I know you walked away. You walked away.
Path of least resistance. Path of least resistance. You're not getting my phone. You're not getting my phone.
He said, no, you will see the authority. What authority and lead? No, them niggas in the South checking in too. I ain't trying to hear shit. It just sound different. Them niggas checking in too. I ain't trying to hear it.
She ain't got no nin, and no nin ain't got her.
Yeah, they checking in. They checking in the South too. They checking in Texas. I ain't trying to hear that.
It's just shooting they dudes in Texas.
That's a whole different conversation. That's a whole
shooting.
That's a whole different conversation. But the part of he in a different part of Texas. I'll be in Houston with it. You know, Houston migration heavy.
Houston, so. Dallas, and Houston are big points.
He said I can only speak for me. That's what you do. That's what you do. When you at what you say, Cortez? When you at the peak.
When you at the peak.
When you a peak, speak for yourself, dog.
You have attained the peak.
Don't be.
You are the A side. You are the prize fighter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You are the 17-time defending champion. Like you determine what goes on next. But if you coming up out of training and she linked with you when you coming up out of training, you know, she gonna think that she Don King. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. Hey, look, y'all let me know if y'all want this to be a men's minute topic. We could bring it back. We could discuss it further when the guys is on cam. But as far as I know, the verdict on male leadership in the black household, shit is over with, Chad.
You proved it in real time.
Classic.
It's over with. But yeah, man. I think that's all. You got any closing messages? You want to let people know where to find you? How you want to do it?
I mean, yeah, just don't come to my house. Y'all can find me just about everything at Soul Reaper 24, or as you've seen on here, King Tiz II on YouTube. Go to the sports channel. Digitally Dreaming Off the Gridiron, or just type in DDOG on YouTube. That's where I do all the sports at. I don't really get into the politics. and we're not gonna do that. This is probably the most political y'all ever see me is on his show, and it's not very political if you ask me. I am not talking about red versus blue or any of that other garbage that they've been forcing down our throats over the last few years. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm not telling y'all not to like sisters. If y'all like sisters, y'all like sisters. I like them too. I'm just saying it's easier for me to like what likes me and to what loves me more and treats me with the type of respect that I believe that I should be given. And, you know, say whatever you want to say about me because I ain't got that problem. You know, Shanika's not checking my shit. And guess what? It's not happening. Nope. No. If I want to go somewhere, I'm going. I ain't got to tell nobody about it. Where you at? I'm in the Bahamas. When did you go to the Bahamas? You tell me when I got there. I'll be back.
Yeah.
If you like it, I love it. You like it, I love it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather not. That's all I'm saying. I'd much rather not.
I hear you, man.
That's a nice way of saying it. I'd much rather not.
I appreciate you being willing to jump on the stream, man, halfway through.
I know my mama and my sister gonna call.
Great coverage today. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it needs to be stated that, you know, we're not trying to be like uber hard on black women. I just think it was an intriguing conversation to hold, and I think it was one of those realities that you it's like an epiphany I had. Like, wait, damn. We really been tricked out our position. Like this shit really, it's not like it's becoming over with. It's already over with by and large. And it shows. Yeah, go ahead.
This ties into it, and I was gonna text it to you, but then it came back up. When it's the other way around, when someone else marries one of the sisters, are they leaders with the sister?
No. Ain't no leading the black American woman, folks. It's over with.
I've never seen it either. Thanks.
That shit over with. No, it's over with, bro.
She leads him.
Yeah, you gonna come talk to me first.
She leads him.
Period. You gonna come holler at me first. I need that. And then they gonna weaponize that they need to feel secure. You heard the comment. You read the comment. They need to feel secure. They need to feel safe. They need to, okay, that's what they weaponize against you. If you don't tell me or if you making decisions for me without talking to me first, then I don't feel comfortable. That's the language that they use. And no, that's essentially the knife that they use to cut your balls.
Classic.
Allegedly for content creation purposes and entertainment only. Look,
So
Miles
she leading
said,
Kyle and Chad, right?
Miles got you. Miles said, nope.
Yeah,
it's over with.
She leads Kyle and Chad too.
Yeah, it ain't no lead, bro. There ain't no leading them, folks.
Yeah,
that shit over with.
You seen it too, right?
Fam. Submission is gaslighting to them. Saying the word submission in front of a group of black, it's gas. That's a problem.
You proved that last week.
I know. That was
last week. That was last week's show.
You know the mission. We here for what? We here for.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
Yeah. We gonna get to the bottom of it. Even if the conclusion that we draw is ass, at least we found it. You know what I'm saying? Lisa said it's not. She said it's not weaponizing though. That's what you got to respect.
Okay.
It. That's the female POV.
Okay.
That's the female POV.
All I say is okay. I can't speak from their point of view.
That's the female that you got to respect it. That's the female POV. They don't think it's weaponizing. Miles said those dudes have accepted the relinquishing of their gonads. Yeah, it's over.
What they say? They're in the purse.
It's
Classic.
No, they in that GPS tracker. That's what I'm.
You gotta stop, bro.
Hey, if your woman could get in your phone like this. You a simp, dog. You a simp, dog.
Bro.
Got him.
Classic.
You gotta stop, bro. You gotta
tracking your whole ass right now. Oh, girl, don't worry about it. I know his ass at Home Depot. She looking at the shit, following your ass. So, yeah, that's you married the police.
Classic.
Yeah, nah, hell no. It's over with, champ. But fellas, get back. Like I gave y'all the codes. Make sure you go check out my code language on boldness. It'll give you the recipe to start the process of growing your nuts back. And she said a tracker is crazy. Oh, they doing it. They doing it. Oh God. The next TikTok reaction, we finding a chick who used the tracker. It's not gonna take long. We gonna do it. Yep.
I could probably do it right now.
Yeah,
we'll do it the next time. We'll do it the next time.
It's over.
It's a lot of that on TikTok. On TikTok.
Yeah, it is. But man, listen, if y'all don't do nothing else, make sure y'all do all the free stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. If you already done all that, let your friends know about the show. We streaming every day. It's unrelenting. We're gonna keep dropping this content, hit y'all over the head. I got a few more videos premiering today for y'all this evening. So y'all make sure y'all check those out. And my final request, as always, if you don't do nothing else, stick to the codes. We got another class.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart and that hardened